All right, we're back. We're back. Power was out twice. My goodness, got crazy here, guys. Got plumb wild. Sorry, I had to do the. I had to do the old Ryan Hall. Plumb wild. Yeah, I got crazy here for a minute. Power went out twice. As you guys can tell, the stream was down while I was in my shelter. And looks like power continues to keep going out in Ohio. We are constantly getting more power outages in Ohio. These storms are still cranking here. I got to reopen everything because it completely reset my PC. Only have one weather app open right now. Hey, Jonathan. So I just got hit by this storm, bro, and my power was up twice. I was in my shelter and I left the stream running, and I guess it went down when my power went out, obviously. Well, the storm's now on track to hit Columbus. We actually have a tornado warning up here. We need to get a second radar up. So Columbus is on deck. You are on deck in Columbus. You're up next. I can attest to how nasty these storms are. It just took out my power. I am just north of Cincinnati, and we got hit hard. Oh, I'm fine. It's just winds, right? It took out the power. I mean, I have to worry. Well, I mean, I was a little worried I was going to get struck by lightning, but other than that, no, because I was outside for a bit. We got a pretty big setup here. We got like a van, a camper, and we got two big army trucks and kind of out and about. What radar is it going to give us for this tornado warning out here? The power wasn't out for long. It flickered the first time, and I think that's the one that took out the stream, and then it went out for about 15 minutes, and then it's back up again. So I don't know if they're going to count me as a power outage or not. So we have a tornado warning out here. And we got a lot of radar interference out here. Okay, so Upper Sandusky is where we're worried about right here. We got a rotation on top of Upper Sandusky. Oh. Turn my mouse on here. Gotta get my right mouse profile. Yeah, so we got a pretty good rotation here in Ohio, right in here, Nevada. Yep, I can draw on the screen now. So our rotation's right in here. South of Sycamore, right on top of Nevada. We got a rotation here in Ohio. It's north of Columbus. We got a tornado warning here. Pulaski, PA. You don't even have a tornado warning over there, bro. We got a tornado warning here, though. South of Toledo, north of Columbus. And we still have big, strong winds coming through, right, guys? The wind threat isn't over yet. I got just over our major ones warned right now. So we're still going to see big, crazy winds in Columbus. We're going to see crazy winds north of Columbus. Toledo, Ohio, you guys got 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in. They did upgrade this to a considerable 70-mile-an-hour winds in Toledo. Yikes. Let's pull up our power outages. We haven't looked since my power went out. So 50,000, 71,000 people in Ohio lost power now. I wonder if they're counting me because my power's back on. Let's look at my county. Montgomery County, 20,000 houses lost power in Montgomery. Holy smokes. I'm literally right here. I'm right on the border of Montgomery and Butler. I'm at the very little tip right here. So we have 6,000 houses lost power in Butler and 20,000 Montgomery. I'm in Butler, Warren. I'm officially in Butler County, but I'm right on the line of Montgomery. Yikes, man, this storm did some damage, guys. I'm glad I got power back, though. So yeah, it's turned out good for me. 3,000 houses without power in Shelby. 1,200 in Hardin County. 1,300 in Hancock. Allen County, 5,000 people lost power in Allen. 5,000 houses. So this thing's heading into Columbus. So Delaware County, Columbus is Franklin County. Franklin County's Columbus right here. So there's already 300 people lost power in Columbus, but there's going to be more most likely because the storms are heading into Columbus right now as we speak. You can kind of see, yeah, these storms. I mean, it was really windy before the storms even got to me, but the winds were the worst once the winds got here. We could kind of take a look at these storms, right? Kind of get a visual image of what we're seeing here. Not sure about Carrollton. Where's that at? Your grandma is? Grandma? Oh, your grandma. Just call her and tell you love her. Just call your grandma and tell her you love her. Sandusky already get hit. We're taking a look at Columbus right now.
So, yeah, get ready out there in Toledo. We do have about 500,000 people getting ready to get hit by
So these winds do kind of reach out further than the storms are out there. So, yeah, you're going to start feeling the winds before the storms come in. But, yeah, these are all our big velocities here in Columbus coming through. This is where all the crazy winds are in Columbus. Basically, that red's all 60 mile an hour, 70 mile an hour winds you're going to see. That's about 60 miles an hour. That's about 70 miles an hour. So we kind of have some, 70 mile an hour gusts reaching out in front of the storm. So it's about to get plumb wild out there in Columbus. It's coming through now. Tornadoes when the wind spins in a circle and it does mean stuff to the ground. We have some tornado warnings up here too, by the way. We got some tornado warnings up here northern south of Toledo. Sandusky's about to get hit. Someone just asked about Sandusky. Sandusky, you got about, I'd say about 10-15 minutes before it gets to Sandusky. I'm gonna have to go to a different radar for Sandusky. This is too far up. All right, the Cleveland radar gives me a little bit better look at Sandusky. I lived up in Sandusky before when I worked at Cedar Point when I was in college. That was like the year before I went to the Army. I lived in Sandusky and I worked at Cedar Point. That was fun.
So that's going to move down to the southeast, and it's going to potentially produce a tornado out here in Columbiana County, Ohio, Beaver County, Pennsylvania, and Lawrence County, Pennsylvania. We're encouraging you to take shelter if you haven't.
I don't know how bad it's going to be up there in Sandusky, but we do have some tornado warnings here on top of Sycamore. Like we got some rotation right here. You see this? We got a bit of rotation here on top of Sycamore. So this storm's spinning up some tornadoes here. We got 2 inflow notches. I'm not sure which one's wrapping up, whether it's this one or that one, but somewhere it's wrapping up here. We're going to take a look at this thing. Still have a lot of radar interference, so it's really hard to see. All this purple's bad data. So it looks like the worst of our rotations right on top of Sycamore still. I can't see on the velocities because You got a lot of radar interference, but NROT still tells us where the rotation is.
Not over yet in Cincinnati.
Sycamore, you guys need to stay in cover, heading towards Melmore and Carruthers. You might see up to 100-mile-an-hour gust of winds from a tornado, so definitely take cover there. Get inside innermost room, away from your windows, basement if possible.
I just don't see that happening anytime soon. There's a big soccer game too, apparently, somebody's saying.
Man, my 3D view is way off.
Also down there in Clarksville, Tennessee. Watch out.
So our rotation's inside of this big monster right here. We got a good rotating
Nothing to worry about.
funnel cloud inside this thing.
But definitely something to monitor. Also, Detroit, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw.
I think that's it right there. You can kind of see it coming up and around.
Here very soon.
So we do have some rotation here
Ann Arbor,
in Sycamore.
some strong winds, and those are going to be moving up into Detroit here over the next little bit.
Yeah, we still have a pretty good little couplet of rotation here on top of Sycamore, so don't come out of your safe spot yet, guys. I know we have a lot of radar interference, and other guys aren't talking about it, but I'm using the advanced radar. We can't really see it here.
We're continuing to watch this area.
But I'm still seeing rotation on top of Sycamore.
Lexington up to Morgan,
Still tornado warning.
Bowling Green down into extreme north, middle.
Everywhere else, we're basically just expected to see, you know, up to basically 50 to 80 mile an hour winds everywhere else, all along the storm here in Ohio still. Like our threat is not done yet. Let me pull up our big radar. So you can see our storm still completely stretches all the way across the entire state of Ohio. And it looks like it's making it all the way down to Kentucky and Tennessee now, guys. Like, I mean, this storm, look how far. This thing's wrapping across the United States now. This storm's halfway across the United States now. We have anybody down here, like Louisville, Nashville, any heads up? Like, what were the winds like in Louisville? Anybody got a heads up on Louisville? How were the winds down there?
Ohio, the large tree limb that's come down there, very large.
Oh, look at that tree down.
Power on the camera there.
I'm glad I got my power back, guys. I thought my power was going to be down for like a day. And it was only down for like 15 minutes. I got lucky.
Estimated 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. So we're still seeing damage reports coming in all across here. We had a wind gust.
Are you talking about this storm over here,
68 mile per hour winds.
Zach?
And we're continuing to see some damage reports come in from the Middletown area up here.
Hurricane Eric's a category 3 now. Holy smokes.
We had a large tree fall on a house. And we're going to watch this storm come into Clarksville, Tennessee next. And the good
Still says 110 mile an hour.
we don't have any sort of
How fast is category 3?
severe thunderstorm warning with this, but it's just going to be a really heavy downpour for a bit here in Clarksville.
Yeah, it's going to be making landfill on, I mean, it's already making landfall pretty much. Like Puerto Escondido, Las Cruces, Rio Grande, Pedro Parada. They're already feeling it.
So go ahead, y'all.
All right, Ryan, buckle up. I've got a ton of storm reports for this mega merge. Western Ohio's getting hit hard with widespread trees down, some on houses, structural damage in Montezuma, and wind gusts hitting 69 miles.
I didn't have any trees knocked down here, thankfully. I mean, a couple branches and stuff, but luckily my power was only out for about 15, 20 minutes.
She's also active with quarter-sized hail near Mayfield.
Tornado warning in Pennsylvania now. Oh, baby. Yeah, we got to take care of my boy over there. Zach's over in this tornado warning. We need to go check out the storm for Zach. Let me open up another radar. So we have 2 tornado warnings now. So this is the Pittsburgh radar, I believe. Yeah. So this is the same storm that was up in Akron a couple hours ago, I believe. So now we got a tornado warning in Pennsylvania. My son lives up near Hermitage somewhere. Good thing he's not near this tornado warning. This one doesn't look too bad. I'm not really seeing much of a connected rotation here.
Right now in Columbus, and or on the west side of Columbus, and they're going to move towards Washington Courthouse, Grove City, and Dublin over the next little bit.
I mean, if it did drop a tornado, you know where it would be, right down in here. Got a little bit of rotation here. It's trying. The storms have been trying for a long time. I don't know if we're going to see a tornado.
Oh my goodness, it's chaos at the Great American Ballpark.
Well, it's in Cincinnati. That's just south of me. I'm about 30 minutes away from that stadium.
Looks like they made the decision to get out of there. Yeah, here's some more damage from Ohio. This is from code name. This is Harrison, Ohio. Another big tree limb down out there. So lots of damage reports still coming in from Ohio as these storms move into Columbus. I think the strongest winds right now are...
So Columbus, you're on deck, guys. It's pretty much on top of Columbus at this point. Western part of Columbus is getting hit by these big winds now.
I'm concerned about these storms as they are producing damaging winds up here towards Bucyrus and Norwalk. The part that's actually going to hit downtown Columbus might be the weakest part of the storm. So hopefully we don't get too many damage reports out of Columbus, but we still expect to see some damaging winds.
Still have this tornado warning up here. Still rotating by Bloomville, Melmore, Carruthers. You guys definitely want to be away from windows in this area. We can see a brief spin up tornado in your area. It's still tornado warned. I need to message my oldest son. He lives near Columbus. I got to tell him that the winds are coming. Where is Discord?
Top 10 weather alerts right now. We've got 2 tornado warnings. We're concerned about the...
My Discord's not even open yet.
Tornado warning in Lawrence County, Pennsylvania. And then, of course, the one that we've been talking about in Crawford,
Got a message my son.
Ohio. Both of those have radar indicated rotation.
Let him know that the crazy winds are coming.
Hail size of 1 inch. We got tornado possible, considerable severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Erie, Huron, and Seneca counties in Ohio. And then we also have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning in effect.
All right, I messaged my son.
Stevens counties in
My
Ohio. So
oldest son, Colin, I miss him. Big working grown-up man. He's still my baby. Another tornado warning? Holy smokes, guys. Chill out with the tornado warnings. We don't want any more tornado warnings. I got to turn off some of the... This whole thing's covered in severe thunderstorm warnings. We have 3 tornado warnings now. Okay, so this one's up by Sandusky. So we got a tornado warning up by Sandusky now. It's a bit north of Sandusky. Looks like this tornadic rotation is going to head out to the water, though. It's going to head towards Put-in Bay and Kelly Island, though, it seems. Maybe parts of Marblehead and Port Clinton. Good thing, Panda Face. Welcome to stream, by the way. It's not too horrible, right? I mean, it's just really big, bad winds and power outages, you know, trees getting knocked down. So hopefully we don't have to worry about anybody getting seriously hurt, right? But it's definitely a major inconvenience for a lot of people losing power. Oh, yeah, here we go. You can see the rotation right here. Definitely some pretty good rotation on that part. Let's get a 3D view of this monster. Well, I don't know why my 3D views are so bad right now.
We've got a new leader. We've got a new winner. 2 miles southwest of Royerton, Indiana. We had an official 73-mile-per-hour wind gust recorded So all these are still from Illinois and Indiana.
Oh yeah, we got so much interference. It's cutting out all the data. We can't even see.
Recorded in Oklahoma.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. We got a bit of rotation right here by Williston.
1.25 to 1.75
A little bit down here too by Port Clinton.
recorded today. We've had 67 wind reports, 26 hail reports, 17 tornado reports today, and our max wind speed was 73, and our max hail size is 2 inches. So plumb wild, if you ask me.
Plumb wild.
Mansfield, Ohio, you guys are now under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning that puts 215,000 people under the gun for a tornado possible, and then also maximum winds up to 70 miles per hour as this goes over Interstate 71 near Gallion, Mansfield, and Ashland, Ohio.
Let's go back down south here. These storms are heading into Columbus right now as we speak.
Crawford County, Knox, Morrow, and Richland counties in Ohio. Up here towards Sandusky, Huron, Norwalk, and Willard, and Erie, Huron, and Seneca counties in Ohio. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning up here.
You can really see the strength of these winds right here.
Get ready up there near Norwalk. In Kentucky, Edmondson, Grayson, and Hardin counties are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. This is
We're really close to the radar sites. Look,
1-inch hail and 60 mile per hour.
right here, 71 mile an hour winds at 860 feet. This is really close to the ground. We can really see the wind speeds here. 67 mile an hour gust of wind there. Orange is all the orange is like 60, yellow's like 70, 80. Red's like 50, 60, 40 to 50, 60 around there. So we can kind of see like this area is so close to the radar, we can see basically how fast the wind speeds are on the ground right in here.
Tennessee, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning now for areas south of Clarksville. So this is going to be down there.
Old Cedar Point's getting hit. Everything's getting hit, guys. Everywhere in Ohio is going to feel this storm at one point or another. Like everything is getting hit in Ohio. There's no dodging this storm. It's covering the entire state. It's just, you just got to be prepared for it, right? You need to be prepared because it's coming. Anybody's not going to get hit. It's maybe southern Ohio down in here. These guys might luck out down in here, but everywhere else in Ohio is getting hit. Whereas we do have 2 tornado warnings up northern.
Starting to look kind of nasty down here near Decaturville and Perryville and Pineview.
Ohio's real easy on the tornado warnings, right? Like they throw them out like candy in Ohio.
For a pretty significant storm here soon.
If a storm looks at you funny in Ohio, it gets a tornado warning.
Surprised if it got severe warned.
I mean, we got some really strong velocities up in all these.
Just wanted to say something real quick. A lot of people are freaking out in Ohio and the Toledo area because the sirens are going off. When a tornado warning is issued in Lucas County, the county that Toledo is in, where they've got the very small eastern edge, is in the warning. Lucas County sounds the sirens for all of Lucas County, and that is way even west of where the tornado warning is. So for anybody watching in the Toledo area, the area of circulation is in well eastern portions of Lucas County, east of Curtis and Williston. As a Toledo native myself, I just wanted to make sure that people knew that most of Lucas County, like 98%, is fine. It is just because of the fact that in Lucas County they issue the warning and do it for the whole county.
Another thing you want to take in mind too is, okay, so Toledo up here, these storms. So it's not like you also have like a warm area of water. Loose water is really warm too. So the water can boost up these storms, right? It can feed a little extra warmth into these storms and make them spin up real quick. So that's probably why they're kind of pre-warning these, right? Because if anything's rotating at all here, you can easily get a bit more rotation and you can spin up a tornado really easily when you're right next to these big warm lakes here. And it's been really hot in Ohio all week long, so.
And they might even let that tornado warning expire here soon. But if you're hearing sirens in downtown Toledo, there's no reason to take shelter. The storm's actually about to let up. So thank you, Brandon, for chiming in with that. And these storms are moving out over the lake.
Yeah, downtown Toledo's fine. You don't need to be in cover in Toledo.
Get ready in Detroit.
It's all out here in front of you, right on the coastline. Anything that's on the border of the lakes where the tornado threat is. You're basically along Port Clinton, and as the water goes on up, let's get out Google Maps. Let me get out Google Maps so we can take a close look at this area here. So the only people that need to really worry about the tornado warnings along 2. If you're you're on the road around 2, going all the way up to the lakes there, Bono, Reno Beach, Lockamy, Port Clinton. You guys are the only ones that really need to take shelter right here. The ones that are really close to the lake.
Ourselves a new severe thunderstorm warning for Geronimo and Walters. That's in Comanche and Cotton counties. Get indoors and away from windows.
Be honest, I'm not seeing any tight areas of rotation here, but I mean, I understand why they got it warned, right? Because they're right next to the water. Because I mean, look at this. Look at all these velocities here. This is what all this water's doing. It's really ramping up where the storm is. All this warm water is really ramping up the storm, so it could cause a tornado to spin up.
On the terminal radar right next to it, about 30 feet off the ground, I can see a pretty tight circulation there, and it does go up with height. So I think that if the National Weather Service is looking at this radar in particular, they would issue a warning that goes out toward the Romulus and New Boston area here up to I-94 and 275 exchange. If that does stay around a little bit longer, that'll warrant some more confidence for them to issue that warning. For now, I just see a tight rotation.
We got a rotation up in Illinois.
Gone ahead and y'all watched it just in case we do see some damage reports from that later.
All right, thank you.
So we got a tornado warning, or not a tornado warning, but a tornadic looking storm up there near Illinois, near Chicago.
This is the area that we're watching down here. And if you've got y'all mode,
Let me go. I'm going to open up another radar for Chicago.
you've got y'all mode turned on, you can see where Andy is.
And we actually have 3 tornado warnings right now. We could see a 4th.
Watch out for Romulus and Taylor. There's no warning or anything like that, but we're saying that there might be something here, and the Weather Service could issue a warning soon. So we're trying to give you an early heads up here.
We don't even have a single warning in Chicago right now, or Illinois.
Airport.
Here we go. We got a flash flood warning in Illinois. We'll go to click that radar.
We're seeing this right now on the WeatherWise app. If you guys want your own radar app, highly recommend it. Link in the top of the description. It's free.
So this is way up away from our line of storms, right? This is way back here to the west,
But it's
right near Chicago.
So yeah, check out weatherwise.app in your web browser, or just search it on iOS or
And Andy Hills without here with this eagle eye, guys. I tell you what.
Good radar app. It's what I use. Okay, so
Talking about right here by Shorewood.
big severe
Got a little tight
thunderstorm,
rotation here.
by the way. Wayne County, Michigan is now under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next
Wild stuff.
1.5 million people now under the gun.
All right, let's go back to Pittsburgh. Take a look at our tornado warning out here.
So get ready for that.
Look at this storm with the hook on it, guys.
Here
Got
on
a little bit of a hook on this storm here by New Waterfield, East Palestine here, right in the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania. I'm still not seeing much rotation here, but
In Tennessee, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning.
yeah, the storm's trying, but it's not really a big threat, to be honest.
It's weird.
I don't even know why this is tornado warned, but they did it.
The storm's about to leave Clarksville. Like it's
I think the chances of this thing producing a tornado is extremely low.
But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning now in Clarksville, and also for Montgomery and Robertson.
It's most likely just going to make a lot of hail now that it's forming a hook. Gonna see the hook down in there. Yeah, I highly doubt we're going to see any kind of tornado out of this thing, but it is tornado warned. I say they pretty much warn everything up in Ohio, guys, whether it needs it or not. So if we see something that's serious, I'll definitely let you know. But you guys, you're pretty much good there in East Palestine, Edon Valley. Unless we actually get like a storm spotter or proof that this thing's on the ground, it just doesn't look that bad, to be honest. Just radar indicated rotation. That's all we got. It is tornado warned. So, and I mean, too, if this actually dropped a tornado, I mean, you're fine as long as you're in a house, right? You just be in a house away from the windows, you're fine. We're not going to see anything strong. If it does drop one, it'd be a weak one.
Show you the
Let me go back over here to Ohio now. Back in Ohio.
everybody behind
So all these storms are coming into Sandusky now. Sandusky's just now about to get hit here. Parts of Sandusky's already getting hit. Storms are moving in.
so you can kind of get an idea of maybe where you are.
So we have multiple tornado warnings down here too. We still have a bit of rotation down here by Attica. This is actually a valid rotation by Attica. Like we're seeing some strong rotation here by Attica. This could actually produce a tornado down here. Yeah. right in this little area here where we got the inflow. It's trying to wrap something up right here. So we may see a brief spin up down here by Attica.
Also, Yalbot has some
You actually got rotation here.
storm reports it wants to share. Go ahead.
We've got multiple storm reports.
Again, like if this dropped a tornado, it'd basically be like a 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind. As long as you're in your house away from your windows, you'll be fine.
We've had trees down on wires. Hamilton County
Steubenville?
reported a 68-mile-per-hour wind gust, and in
Let me go ahead and pull
Hamilton
up our main map, buddy.
a tree is down blocking a roadway.
Wow.
If you're in Ohio, you're getting hit. There's no avoiding it.
I want to say thanks to our members that are joining.
All right, Ryan. Big
The storms are going to start getting weaker, though. Let me pull up our outlook for today as well.
And they're right on the money with their welcome to extreme risker message. We also have a y'all holler for
So this is our wind threat for today. So basically, once this gets through Columbus, these storms are going to start getting weaker, all right? We're going to see less of a wind threat as we get through Columbus. We'll probably, it'll probably drop down to like, once we get through Columbus, we're going to see like 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds. You know, it's going to kind of ease up a little bit.
Yeah, welcome y'all. Thank you for joining. Show off those emotes in the chat. We've got Yalbot emotes
So,
out there.
fairly soon, these storms should start getting weaker.
Thunderstorm warning that we're watching.
Let me, James, let me check. I'm not sure where Steubenville is, so I'm going to look it up real quick.
70-mile-per-hour winds. Get ready. Those are coming in within the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We're still watching Norwalk as well. We're probably about 15 minutes away from Norwalk getting hit by some 70-mile-per-hour winds as well. Down here in
Oh, you got a ways. It ain't going to be too bad in Steubenville.
the storm's weakening significantly.
Storms will be much weaker once they get to Steubenville.
Still, we got 2 million people under this severe thunderstorm warning
I mean, you got a ways to go before it gets to you. Like 2 hours. The storm should be way weaker.
So you guys should be
We do have a couple other isolated storms out here, though, that may hit you. But the big windy ones should be calmed way down by the time it gets to Steubenville. Like I said, what we just looked at, pretty much after we get past Columbus, these once they get over here, it's going to start getting weaker, you know. Once we have no tornado warnings, we get past Columbus, I think we're pretty good. I'll probably shut down the stream after we get rid of all the tornado warnings and we get past Columbus, because at that point, you know, we're just talking 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds, right? Unless we still got to keep track of the power outages too, all right? I need to check out the power outages. We still have 2 tornado warnings, right? The only tornado warning that's actually concerning looking is this one out here by Attica. This one doesn't look too bad. The one out there in Pennsylvania looks fine. I don't know why it's tornado warned, but it is. Let me pull up our power outages so we can see how much damage these storms are still doing. So, at our last scan, we had 71,000 houses without power, and that was at 7:39. It's now 8:08, so it's been about 30 minutes. All right, so we now have 99,000 houses without power in Ohio.
That's the next thing. We got to make a Yalbot for all the stadiums. After the states, we'll do all the stadiums.
So Greene County's the one that got hit hard. The last was about 17,000 houses in Greene County lost power.
Wow, look at this. This is coming in from
7,000 houses in Clark County lost power. Another 1,500 houses in Harding. And these storms are like right in here now, so they might be getting weaker already. We'll see what happens on the next scan. It's like I'm only showing 330 people lost county or power in Franklin. That's Columbus. Storms are literally right here on top of Franklin County right now, so we'll see what happens. Right, you can see, yep, they're right here on top of Franklin County, on top of Columbus. This tornado threat over here is a very low threat, and it's probably going to expire soon. I mean, we have a little bit of rotation by Willard and Havana, but at worst, you're just going to see like 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind. You wouldn't see a tornado. They let the one expire up here in near Sandusky. Everything's out inside the water now, so. Looks like Put in Bay is about to get smacked by some good winds, though. Alarms went off in Toledo. Toledo's done, buddy. You don't have to worry about anything in Toledo. Maybe they tornado warned this little spot right here. They might have tornado warned that. You're fine in Toledo, though. Toledo's perfectly fine. There's nothing in Toledo. Just rain. You don't have to worry about any tornadoes in Toledo. They had this area warned out here for a tornado here a little bit ago. But Toledo's fine. Yeah, you just ignore the warnings in Toledo, I promise. If I see a tornado coming, I will 100% let you know in Toledo, but there's nothing. It's just rain showers out there. Let's go back down south. So Columbus is almost, I mean, these storms are pretty far into Columbus at this point. Like, Columbus is feeling the full force of this storm now. Let's see what kind of winds they got rated for Columbus right here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Okay. So we're only supposed to see 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Columbus. That's good. It is getting a little weaker now. We were getting 70, 80. Now we're down to 60, so they're kind of downgrading stuff. Things are looking better, guys. Things are looking better.
Okay, so we do have, once again, a severe thunderstorm warning here.
We got that one last tornado warning out there in Pennsylvania for some reason. Let's go back over there and look at that again. See if that storm's trying to do anything over here. Well, hey, look at that. We got a little bit of rotation in it now. Just a tiny little bit.
That's going up towards Lobelville right now.
I just, honestly, it kind of makes me laugh that they have this tornado warning. Man, this is like a gust of wind out in Texas, right? This is nothing.
Areas north and east of Frankfort. This includes Sadieville, and areas north of Georgetown. That's Franklin, Harrison, and Scott counties in Kentucky.
I mean, it's a cute little storm. I'll give it that, right? It's definitely a cute little storm with a hook on it. We'll give it that. But this thing can't do anything, man. It's not going to make a tornado. And if it did, it wouldn't be that bad. Like we just don't really have any velocities inside this thing. But it's got good rotating structure, right? Coming down through here. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah. I mean, if it drops a tornado, it's going to be weak. It's kind of got it coming down here, too, as well.
Out of Clearfield County, Pennsylvania, specifically about 2 miles northwest of Phillipsburg. This was reported about.
Oh, they just let the tornado warning go on it. Just when it's starting to get a little bit interesting.
We did just get a new severe thunderstorm watch. So as soon as we get the graphic for that, I'll show it. Man, more trees down, dude. Dayton, Ohio. Big tree down over there.
Dayton, Ohio. Wow, that's a big tree.
Thank you guys so much for sending in this stuff. We got 2 new severe thunderstorm watches, actually. So I'll show both of those as soon as we get them in.
Columbus is getting hit. We got anybody in chat from Columbus? We have anybody in chat from Columbus getting hit by this thing right now?
Severe weather kind of fan out a little bit here. We're getting ready to get hit in Detroit. Obviously, very strong.
Hey guys, I'm gonna link our Discord. If you got, it's basically like a free chat room that we all hang out in, basically to talk about weather and check stuff out.
We're probably still an hour and a half away in Cleveland.
Basically, this is it. It's just like a chat room, right? We got all these people. We're all here talking about the weather and stuff. We have all the channels in here where we can basically, our severe weather channels, we got our streamers, we got our storm chasers, we got like the tutorials, we got weather apps and sites, all this stuff, and then resources. So you like never have to worry about finding a place to get updates on weather if you join our Discord. It's 100% free. It's just basically like a big chat room. Go ahead and post the invite in here for you guys so you can join up if you want. Be awesome if you guys want to come in and hang out with us. I mean, if you don't have the app, you just have to like download it off Google Play. I'm actually on PC. I use Discord on my PC and my phone. My dad's got it. I'm still trying to get my buddy George to get it. He doesn't have it yet.
This goes up towards Erie.
All my kids have Discord.
Pennsylvania down to Pittsburgh. This does include Charleston, West Virginia, Parkersburg, Huntington, New Philadelphia, Cleveland, Ohio, Wheeling, West Virginia, over there towards Newark.
Gotta find your cat whiskers.
About 8 million people.
Yeah, she's probably hiding now because Columbus is getting hit hard. It's a little scary in Columbus right now. Big, scary winds in Columbus. Really don't have a good radar in Columbus right now. Columbus is kind of far from Wilmington. I guess we can connect to the airport radar. We can see the airport radar. The airport radar is so bad. That's all you can see from the airport radar. It's really short range. The Dayton radar is really bad too.
With these storms in Tennessee today is not going to be the tornadoes, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Little winky dinky Dayton radar.
Issue warnings for stuff like this before, so just out of an abundance of caution, and also because of how crazy the weather's been today, we know it's possible. We might actually see a tornado warning with this. I'm not going to say.
I think our best eyes on Columbus is going to be from the Wilmington radar.
Linden, around Perryville.
I think Wilmington's still our best eyes on Columbus. Yeah. The storms start to look a little sloppy up here with the Wilmington radar, but not too bad.
Yeah, we got a ton of cameras around here.
So Columbus, get ready. Well, I mean, it's already on top of you. I'd say Eastern Columbus, get ready because it's on top of you now. It's coming through Eastern Columbus at this point. Looks like we're seeing about 56 mile an hour winds, so roughly 50, 60 mile an hour winds in Columbus right now.
New severe thunderstorm warning in Kentucky. This includes Bowling Green. Bowling Green, how are we doing over there, Bowling Green?
Hey, Chrissy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Bentley, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Beer, welcome to the stream. Beer Eater, what's going on? Greg Hoop, what's up, buddy? I missed you. Hey, Tommy. Hey, Tommy John, welcome to the stream.
People between Adairville, Franklin, Bowling Green, Smiths Grove, and Brownville. 60 mile per hour wind.
We're just watching a big line of mean storms beat everybody up in Ohio. That's what we're doing.
43 minutes.
Kind of see here. Looks like things are calming down, to be honest.
And looky here, there it is. A tornado warning has been issued for Perry County in Tennessee.
See how we're seeing less reds? It's mostly yellows. Looks like it's much worse up here near Detroit.
Shelter right now. This is Perry County, Tennessee. This is the storm we just.
Detroit's getting hit harder, I think, than Ohio is at this point. We're up in Detroit.
Not included in that, but this is going to move up towards.
I completely went to the wrong place there. Yeah, I need to get the radar up in Detroit. Looking worse in Detroit than it is in Ohio. Yeah, that's the little airport radar.
Quite clearly.
We do have a tornado warning down in Tennessee. We need to go check out here in a second.
From this camera that we have up here.
So Tennessee's starting to see some action today, and they're not even in the tornado threat. So yeah, look, we have a big blast of winds coming through Detroit right now. So Detroit's definitely in the threat now. Let's actually check our power outages up there. We haven't even checked the power outages in Michigan yet in a while. We did a long while, about 2 hours ago.
To get any stronger, we'd probably see a tornado warning on that as well. So stuff's just spinning like crazy out there. So
not looking too bad, to be honest.
We've only got one.
I mean, it's definitely taken out the power in Michigan, but not as bad as Ohio. Like Livingston County did have 1,000 houses lose power, but we don't have anything in the yellow or red. Holy smokes, Macomb County has 3,000 people that lost power. So Detroit's definitely getting hit pretty good. There's just a lot of people that live up in here.
Same deal in Ashland, Crawford, Knox, Morrow.
So yeah, we're losing quite a bit of power in Detroit as well.
Minutes left on this warning for Cuyahoga,
Lansing, Michigan. I believe it. I mean, just looking at our storms, right? The strongest part of our storms are up in Michigan now. If we go back out to the National Weather Radar, you can clearly see the ones in Ohio aren't as strong as the ones up in Michigan now.
Severe thunderstorm warning in effect.
The ones in Ohio are starting to get weaker. The ones in Columbus are still pretty strong. You see how it's kind of weakening a little bit here as we're moving over in Columbus or Ohio. So we need to go look at our tornado warning in Tennessee, though.
The potential for a tornado or two.
We do have a tornado warning in Tennessee, so I'm going to take our Pittsburgh radar down there.
In Strongsville, Wellington, Lorain, and Parma. This is going to be moving in over the next hour, and once again, 1.6 million people are under that warning there.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, we got a little bit of rotation down here. By Linden, north of Linden, heading towards Lobbleville in Tennessee. You guys got some good rotation down here. You guys need to take shelter. Yeah, this thing's really taking the shape of a nicely round supercell here. It's taking some shape here.
Also, Frankfort, Kentucky.
This looks like this thing could possibly produce a tornado here down in Tennessee.
Woodford counties in Kentucky. We've got ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning for y'all.
So this is an actual proper tornado warning. If you guys are looking at the ones up in Ohio that look pathetic, like they literally tornado warn the most wimpiest storms up in Ohio. This one actually has rotation down here in Tennessee. This is an actual tornado warning.
Report out here just west of Taylorsville, north of Mount Washington, arcing and sparking along Brush.
But you can clearly see, hold on, let me go back to that. You can clearly see where the tornado would be if this dropped one, right? We can see all of our rotation coming down. Coming all the way down through here, and our tornado would be right in here if this dropped. So this is what an actual tornado threat looks like. I know we see a lot of weird tornado warnings in Ohio that are literally like 1% threat, right? This thing could actually produce a tornado here. So we got to keep an eye on this one down here in Tennessee for sure. So this is actually a threatening storm here, so we're going to keep a close eye on this here in the next couple minutes. We got a lot of rotation too here. Look at this up in here. Here by Tennessee City, we got a lot of rotation. All these storms are rotating.
Ohio. How are we doing?
Take a look at this storm as well. This is a pretty beefy storm here. Yeah, we got some big storms in Tennessee now, so Tennessee keeps their heads up. I know I kind of said earlier that I think Tennessee's threat's over for the day, but I was wrong. We definitely got some more storms coming through Tennessee now, and they do pose a tornado threat. Hopefully, Linda will come back, because I know she's in McMinnville, but she's back here. She's way back there on the other side of Nashville. Yeah, this is definitely a rotating supercell right here, guys. Hey, Beer, what's up, buddy? Strong winds in Columbus. All right. You still have power, Beer? Power's out near Lansing, Michigan. I'm sorry to hear that, Keith. That stinks. Let's go back up to Michigan. I know. My power went out here for about 20 minutes here in Cincinnati. Yeah, I mean, these storms are really cranking as they come in here to Detroit. You can kind of see our blue lines where the winds are really cranking here. I'm not sure where Lansing is exactly. What county is Lansing in, Keith? I mean, right now I'm just seeing big, strong storms coming into Michigan, and they're really cranking. You can kind of see here where we got the reds and greens really close together. You're really going to see some strong winds in these points. These are probably the strongest winds we have out of all these storms right now. It's kind of why we have this blue line here. Wherever we have this blue line, the wind speeds are like multiplied by 2 right there. So you're going to feel some really heavy winds here anywhere these blue lines are coming through.
This is what that storm looks like from a little bit of a distance there.
Missouri.
Very common appearance
Missouri.
with these storms. What lies
Missouri.
dark ring of clouds whenever
Got some rain showers in Missouri.
Got that smooth area of
Nothing. No tornado threat in Missouri today.
there that we've got 60-mile-per-hour winds and maybe
The tornado threat's actually pretty low today, to be honest. It's mostly a straight line wind threat, but that's our wind threat for today. Let's look at our tornado threat again, because we actually have a tornado warning in Tennessee that looks legit. So yeah, our tornado warning's actually in the 2% in Tennessee here.
Out there from Will in. Thank you so much for sending this in.
It's not supposed to make it that far east, though. I highly doubt we still got a 10% in Indiana, and I don't think we're going to see anything else in Indiana today.
out there in Perry County, Tennessee. This is what it looks like. We're watching that rotation to see if it's going to produce a tornado here as it moves off to the south or moves off to the
East
north.
Kentucky. Are you asking about East Kentucky? Because we got a lot of storms coming through East Kentucky right now. Has anybody been hit by these line of storms in Kentucky or Tennessee yet? Do we have anybody in Kentucky or Tennessee that's been hit by this line of storms? That can kind of give us an idea of what we're feeling out here.
Seth and Stephanie, the large tree down on the road there in Gregory, Michigan. Thank you so
So
much.
right here, National Weather has these rated at 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I just don't know if that's what we're actually seeing out there.
Sending this stuff in on Twitter or X, I would encourage you to
Outdoor
also
Ballistics. Is that you, Kentucky Ballistics?
They would appreciate
Is that your alt channel?
We just got a new tornado warning here for Erie.
Outdoor Ballistics. What part are you asking about,
This is for about
Mr. Kentucky
300,000
Ballistics?
people up here in Ohio to the west of Cleveland. So this does include the town of Elyria.
We got a good amount of rotation here by Tennessee City here still.
Florence,
And this supercell's still rotating down here where we got the tornado warning.
take shelter immediately if you're out here in Erie.
So basically for East Kentucky, we basically got a line of storms coming through here rated at 60 miles an hour. But I don't have that confirmed by any people. It's basically just saying National Weather saying we're getting 60-mile-an-hour winds here. These storms are all fairly new.
Timber Ridge Campground. All these
Hey, Robert, how you doing? Welcome to stream.
For the next 34 minutes. So take shelter.
Lawrence County. So you haven't been hit by that yet?
Central Junior High School out there. The Frank Gates School.
Let's pull up our power outages again.
School, the North Lear Elementary School, and a list of about 100 elementary schools, honestly, that are in the path. And we can't forget about the...
At least Michigan isn't getting hit that bad. It looks like it's much worse, but
in the path of the rotation here with this,
we don't really have a ton of power outages in Michigan. We do got quite a few, though, up in here. Jackson, Ingham County. Let's go back to Ohio, see how bad Columbus has been hit now. So Franklin County, we now have 7,000 houses without power in Franklin out of 581,000. So it looks like, I mean, Columbus is definitely getting hit pretty good, right? We're definitely seeing 60-mile-an-hour winds, but it doesn't look as bad as it was. You can kind of see how our colors are much brighter out here. We're doing much more damage as these storms are moving east, you know, across Ohio. They're not taking out as much power. So that's a good thing. It looks like they're getting a little weaker.
Somebody just changed my lights. I don't know. It wasn't Andy, I don't think.
All right, so Southern Kentucky, we got a lot of power outages down here in Southern Kentucky. So let's take a look down there. We definitely got quite a few storms down there. Not Southern Kentucky. It would be south of Ohio and East Kentucky.
32 minutes.
Let me go. I got multiple radars here. Let's go to Wilmington. Looks like, yeah, Columbus is almost done. Columbus is almost done. They almost completely went over Columbus. And I can't really see Kentucky here. But yeah, these storms are definitely producing. All these storms coming through Kentucky here are definitely doing some damage because we have a bunch of power outages here in northern, eastern Kentucky here. We just seen a bunch of power outages there. So we know those winds are pretty bad up there. You see, like we have 800 people lost power in Henry County, 800 houses, 6,000 houses in Campbell County, 500 houses in Spencer, 3,300 people in Bullitt County. So Kentucky's getting hit hard too. Kentucky is not avoiding this. They are getting hit hard by these storms here. They don't even have severe warnings on these. They should probably be upgraded on Kentucky because they're getting hit really hard. We're having a lot of power outages out in Kentucky as well. Oh, we got a new tornado warning up here. We got to go check that out near Cleveland. All right, so we have a little bit of rotation right here by Collins. Looks like a little spin up, be like 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind if this thing drops. So just heads up, anybody, Collins, Wakeman, Kipton, Ohio, Clarksfield, be ready. Stay away from windows. Get in your innermost room because you might have a 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind rated as a tornado warning, right? You're not going to see no big tornado. You're not going to be able to see anything. It's just going to be like a big blast, 100-mile-an-hour wind. So be ready there.
But we definitely have a lot of rotation. We can tell that from radar. This is what it looks like a little bit closer up out there near Linden.
Indonesia. I don't have radar for Indonesia, buddy.
Right there in the middle of it. So
I mean, I can kind of see it.
But we definitely have a lot of continue to watch this.
I will be covering typhoons and stuff later on after the weather calms down in America. But right now, yeah. Right now, my radar's only set up for America. Let's go to, all right, where did we look last? Wilmington, we can see. Do we have anybody in Kentucky, East Kentucky, that's been hit by these line of storms yet? We have anybody up here that lives up North Kentucky? I'm curious. Or down in Tennessee. Tennessee's been getting hit too. Let's go back to our tornado warning down in Tennessee.
Crawford counties, all reported within the last 25 minutes. The most significant impacts include a 1-foot diameter tree downed in Miami County.
So they don't even have severe destructive on these yet. These are just regular severe warnings on these storms down here. But these are doing damage, guys. These storms are doing damage. They need to be upgraded to severe destructive because these storms are doing a lot of damage in Kentucky and Tennessee right here. We still have this tornado warning down here. We still got a big hook on this thing. Got a tight rotation here by Linden. This thing might drop a tornado. Very concerning looking here.
Professional strength singers throat spray. It's been a couple months since I've had to use this.
Let's get another 3D view of this one. This thing really looks like it's going to drop a tornado. This would be a little more than a brief spin up. This looks like this thing's trying to drop an actual tornado, right? It's really forming up. It's a pretty good size rotating supercell now. We may actually see a real tornado out of this thing. Still kind of maintaining its strength and its velocities. So we might possibly see a tornado out of this thing. It's still rotating. It's still tornado warned. I wish we had somebody had a camera on this or a storm chaser out on this one because, yeah, this is the closest thing I've seen to a real tornado today right here in Tennessee. Good thing it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but there's still a lot of houses like Linden. There's lots of houses out here north of Linden too. So if anybody's here from Linden, definitely get in your shelter because this rotating area is about to come right over top of you on this road here.
All right, so you got more wind damage reports coming in.
Yeah, the storms are dying off up in Ohio.
And this is what it looks like in Bowling Green right now as the severe storm is moving into town currently. So get ready in Bowling Green for 60-mile-per-hour.
Looks like it's still really strong right here in Columbus area. But yeah, it kind of looks like they're kind of getting weaker, and it's supposed to, right? Oh, wow. Looks like we have a whole bunch of stuff scudding up and convecting out here near Akron and Cleveland. Detroit's looking really strong still. It's looking really strong. Like down here, the biggest threat looks like it's going to be down in Kentucky and Tennessee now. These storms are cranking down here. And we have some really strong rotation on that one down there in Tennessee.
There is, some people are already asking about tomorrow. There is a slight risk of severe weather tomorrow.
But our wind threat for today,
in places like North Carolina.
I mean, our tornado threat for today, I don't even like it. Like, they need to completely redo this because we're seeing all the big rotations down here now. I haven't seen a tornado in Indiana at all. Like, I mean, we did get I think we had a couple tornado warnings like a couple hours ago as they came through Indiana. It seems like most of our high velocities are down here. So they need to update this. Let me refresh it, see if it's been updated. Nope, not yet. But our wind for today, oh, they updated the wind. No, that's hail. That's hail. I'm sorry. This is our wind for the day. So yeah, as they make it across Columbus, these storms should be weakening. And now these storms that we're seeing down here in Kentucky, yeah, we're seeing a lot of wind damage in there, but we got these storms down here in Tennessee that are actually cranking up pretty good too down there. So I mean, these things aren't perfect, right? And they just kind of give you an idea where the wind damage is supposed to be. You know, it's pretty close, but you know, we're close to the areas where they say it's going to be bad, but we'll see what happens here in the future. And then for tomorrow, we actually have a tornado threat way out here tomorrow. It's kind of odd. Kind of an odd area. New York, Pennsylvania, Eastern Pennsylvania, some of Virginia, Maine. Even Maine's got a small chance. Crazy.
Back up to Ohio, Coshocton and Muskingum.
Yeah, this storm's looking really impressive right here.
Ohio.
The velocities aren't super strong, but it has really good structure down here in Tennessee.
Zanesville in Muskingum County. Yeah, Zanesville in Muskingum County. We're talking about Coshocton.
Actually, I'm going to move up north here. I want to look at these storms a little more here.
It'll be an hour before they get there, but
So these are all heading into Nashville. And you say we don't have a single person in Tennessee here in front of these storms or have been hit by them.
Here in Springfield, Tennessee.
I believe these are all rated for 60-mile-an-hour winds here. I mean, these storms are cranking. We got all kinds of high velocities in them.
Leading to that severe thunderstorm warning that we have for Springfield, Cross Plains, and Orlinda.
Wow, it's like trying to rotate a little bit up in here. All right, I'm going to put it back down on the tornado warning for now.
In Linden, Tennessee, and it's actually starting to look, on the camera now, it's starting to look a little bit better. On radar, we still got.
Oh, this is the storm in Linden right here.
Honestly, Pleasantville, I would say y'all watch out.
He's actually got a street cam on Linden. That's that one that's tornado warning.
This tornado warning farther to the east.
Awesome view of it. That's live too. I can see people walking in the background. They just went in that building there. I know everything's pretty still there, but yeah, that's our tornado warning down there in Linden. It's a good looking storm, guys. That's a good looking storm.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning.
And there it is. So we did just get a new tornado warning for Hickman, Lewis.
So they renewed the tornado warning down there in Tennessee.
This one's got about 5,000 people in there. We've got Whitfield, Centerville, Buffalo, Pleasantville, and Gordonsburg, all under a tornado warning.
We don't have any more severe destructives down here.
What it looks like, okay? It's actually
So everything's still severe warned, right? I gotta at least let you know that. I'm gonna turn the regular severe warnings back on because we have a lot less areas with severe destructive warnings now. Yeah, we only have 3 severe destructive warnings, but all these storms are still rated, okay? So we're still expecting to see up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts on these storms. Pretty much every storm, where we got a red octagon, they're expecting 60-mile-an-hour winds, and it's still expecting 60 as we go all the way through Ohio still. They are getting a little weaker. We're not seeing like 70, 80 anymore, but we're still seeing like 60-mile-an-hour winds, all right?
Once again, 22 minutes left on that warning. Let's visit Ohio real quick because we do still have a.
I want to go back up to east of I-70 Monroe County. Wow. Where I-75 goes from Florida to Ohio. What state you talking about, James? Welcome to stream, by the way. How you doing, Giggity?
Right here. So if we have a
You're in the line of Tennessee and Kentucky? Okay. How bad were the winds there, Giggity? Did you get hit by them yet, or? It's telling me there's 60-mile-an-hour winds. I'm just curious because I haven't heard from anybody. Hey, Lori, what's going on? Welcome to stream, Julie. So we got 2 people from Monroe County on I-75. What state is Monroe? Is that Ohio, Tennessee, or Kentucky? Let me get up to Cleveland again. So we still have a tornado warning up here in Cleveland. It's in East Tennessee? Okay. I don't know. It's looking really sloppy in this tornado warning out in Cleveland. I don't see anything that's a big threat. I mean, looks like we're definitely going to still have big winds, but I don't see any tornado threat up here in Cleveland right now at the moment.
With it, and or at least most of it, you know what I'm saying? And one of those things.
I mean, you're still going to expect, right, 60-mile-an-hour winds coming through here up in Cleveland, but tornado threat looks pretty non-existent at the moment. And we got this big pocket of velocities here by South Amherst, but that's really nothing to worry about, to be honest.
Logos, and you can just pull up all of these different cameras here.
Take a look at our velocities too. All right, I see now. So this is what's tornado warned right here. We kind of got an area that's kind of rotating. It's really broad though.
So
kind of like this area right here is rotating a little bit. It's just really not showing up with the velocities that well, or the NROC, because it's just really broad. But yeah, this whole little area is kind of spinning right here. Not too bad, but you might see a little uptick in winds. You might feel a little bit more than 60, maybe 60, 80 mile an hour winds in that spot. If it gets any tighter, we'll let you know, but it doesn't look too bad in Cleveland. All right, let's go back down to Kentucky and Tennessee.
There's 92 of yous watching with me right now. Oh no, did we?
Okay, so this is our line of storms back again down here in Tennessee. All these just kind of got worse lately. We got a whole line of storms here cranking out 60 mile an hour winds, and we got the one trailing at the bottom's tornado warned. And we got some pretty good velocities on this one down here. This thing's been rotating pretty good for a minute now. They just renewed the tornado warning on it. It's a pretty good looking supercell here. Some very good structure to it. It's trying to drop a tornado. It's really trying.
Some reports from Fairfield, Ohio.
Got a really good looking structure. This thing could definitely drop a tornado. But we haven't. Oh, and right here, here's a view of the storm right here. This is in Linden right now. That's what we're looking at. That's the one that has a tornado warning. Looks like it's starting to lower a little bit. You can kind of see some lowerings there. This thing may drop a tornado. We'll see what happens.
Ryan, got one for you. Hearing about some thunderstorm wind damage over near Unionville in Center County.
I don't have radars for Iraq, buddy. I'm sorry.
About 14 minutes ago. They said
I'm going to look into radars in Europe and Asia later on in Middle East when after the storm season ends here in America. I'm going to try to tech out typhoons and get some radars out there. I do want to expand worldwide coverage.
So we're continuing to track this.
You are on my mind. Hopefully you sub and come back later, buddy, and I'll be able to do weather in Iraq later on.
Hickman, Lewis, and Perry counties. So we're encouraging everyone to take shelter if this storm continues to, go east.
Hopefully in the next couple of months, I'll have radar coverage in Europe, Middle East, and Asia. I mean, I do have radar coverage of those areas, but I can't see all the Doppler. I don't have Doppler radars in those countries yet. I need Dopplers. I know where all the Doppler radars are out there too. I just can't connect to them yet. I got to get access. I got to get a site, so I have to contact those countries and they can hook me up with something to connect to. This is one sexy storm, man. Tennessee does them good. This is a beautiful looking storm.
We did just get a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning up here in Pennsylvania for Clinton County. This includes Lock Haven and Jersey Shore. 70-mile-per-hour winds are actually possible with this one.
Look at this beauty.
Along Highway 220. So let's get indoors and away from windows if we haven't already over there in Clinton and Lycoming County in Pennsylvania.
He's trying. He's really trying to drop a tornado. Other than that, yeah, I mean, other than this one tornado warning, you got big winds everywhere still. Let me go ahead and back to our.
Yeah, you can see, plenty of rotation with that. It is definitely rotating.
So, like, if you're anywhere from Detroit all the way down to Nashville, expect 60-mile-an-hour winds coming through. It's basically the line now. From all the way from Detroit all the way down to Nashville, you're getting hit by 60-mile-an-hour winds at this point. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. It's pretty easy to forecast this storm right now. I mean, you can see it, right? Everybody can see the storm, and you can see where you live. If you're in front of this storm, you're still going to get hit by 60-mile-an-hour winds.
All right, let's get an update from y'all on what you guys are talking about in chat.
Alrighty, Ryan. Your devoted chat legions are still lighting up the map like a Christmas tree in July. Northern Ohio, especially around Lorain County.
Oh my
Elyria,
god, I really think this thing's gonna do it, guys.
flashing neon
I hope
signs,
everybody's safe here because I think we're about to see a tornado.
warnings and sirens.
We're about to see a tornado, I think. Oh no.
With some convinced you're giving them the silent treatment despite their reports.
Centerville, Tennessee. That looks really tight right here, guys. Do we not have a lowering in that cloud yet? Where's that cam at Ryan Holmes watching?
Davis, who is single-handedly making sure Oak Grove, Kentucky is on your radar, while Dixon and Hohenwald, Tennessee are also getting quite vocal with concerns about warnings and super green skies.
What the heck, y'all? Calm down. The reason I'm not
Pull that camera up, Ryan.
Michigan,
Pull that camera up, bro.
Talk about Michigan. We got the.
I want to see the camera in Linden.
We've been hooting and hollering about for a year.
This thing's ready to drop.
That's actually moving through Detroit now.
Look at the gate right here.
Done for the most part in Michigan, except for maybe over here near Warren, up towards Sarnia or Sarnia. Yeah, that's what's going on with that. Checking back in on the tornado warning in Lorain.
Fine, we'll wait till he brings it back up.
We continue to have this severe storm that's capable of producing a tornado.
This is the closest thing we've had to a normal tornado in probably a week.
Under this warning for the next.
I mean, this thing is beautiful structure. Hopefully it doesn't hit any houses if it drops. Yeah, I've seen a lot of tornadoes this week, but I haven't seen like a proper super cellular one in a long time. I think it's been about 3 or 4 days.
This is going to go on for the next 29 minutes.
All right, let's go back up to Cleveland.
60-mile-per-hour winds here, so get ready for that. We almost stop asking now. I always say, you know, if we get.
Man, these storms gotten really sloppy up here in Cleveland. They're kind of all over the place now. They still have this tornado warned up here.
You're fine, and I need to stop asking according to y'all lot. So.
Right, so you need to stop asking according to y'all bot. So yeah, it's still kind of rotating right in here. You can't really see it on the reflectivity, but it's like south Anvers. Yeah, we got an inflow notch right there, kind of coming in and wrapping around in here.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of light.
Got a good bit of rotation over just northeast of Oberlin, wrapping up in here.
What that looks like a little bit farther to the east. So the storm that's over Bowling Green, it's coming towards Gold City.
So yeah, I would say expect anywhere up to like 80-mile-an-hour wind up here in Cleveland area, up near Oberlin, South Amherst, Elyria. I don't think we're going to see an actual like tornado, but it's definitely going to multiply the wind speeds of this rotation we got here.
Yeah, so this is what the storm looks like on its approach to Franklin, Kentucky, Gold City, Blackjack, Pope, in that area.
It's really pretty out there in Franklin, Kentucky right now. It's absolutely beautiful. It doesn't get much nicer than that, guys. That is just some beautiful, beautiful nature out there. Those farmers are pretty lucky to have such a beautiful place to farm.
Ohio. All right, let's go back over here to our charts. Okay, we got our two most important warnings right now.
Yeah, I want to see his charts.
Got 14 minutes left on both of them. Radar indicated rotation on both of them.
Turn them up a little bit here.
Worried about hail with either of them. The main thing here is that we have radar indicated rotation, and we could have a tornado coming soon in Lorain County, Ohio, Hickman, Lewis, and Perry counties in Tennessee.
It's just like a warning
severe
chart.
Thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible.
It's a neat little UI though.
In both Cuyahoga, Lorain,
I need to work on my
Medina
UI and stuff
counties,
too
and
here
also
in the
Clinton
summertime.
And Lycoming counties. Clinton County is in Pennsylvania. Lorain, Medina, that's in Ohio. 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible with those as well. To Texas, Pennsylvania. So we're tracking them all here as they come in to all these areas.
We still have this area rotation here by Elyria. They still have this tornado warning.
In Royerton, Indiana.
Just don't really see it that much. Let's go back down to Kentucky. This thing's still rotating.
Hail reports coming from Central High, Oklahoma, 2-inch hail. Just a few moments.
I don't know, man. This thing had its chance. I don't think it's going to do it now.
Spotter. We've had 18 total
It's still
tornado
rotating,
warnings.
but I don't think it's going to drop a tornado at this point. It's getting weaker again. Oh, now he takes a look at the 3D cam of it after it gets weaker. See, it's kind of looks like it's starting to lose its supercellular shape now, so I think it's going to start falling apart. See how our velocity are starting to weaken and break off right in here. Poor storm, it's falling apart. It tried, did its best.
And this is an awesome photo that we got earlier of the Great American Ballpark out there, as it was. We had a pretty good light show.
I mean, it could still do something, but I think it. You know how it is. You get one shot to be big, and then it's done. Like the storm gave it up. It tried. All right, let's go ahead and go back to our big radar so we can look, give like an overall forecast again.
Tennessee. You can still
You're from Detroit all the way down to Nashville. You're getting hit by 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's all there's to it.
So once again, tornado.
You live anywhere here, you're getting hit by 60-mile-an-hour winds.
Centerville, Buffalo, and Gordonsburg area out there in Tennessee.
This is really easy to forecast this right now, right? Anybody asks me what's going on in my area, I'm like, look, if you're in front of this storm, you're getting hit. It's pretty much all there's to it.
Oh, dang.
Are you shit, Christian? Look at the map, bro.
This is from
Where is this at?
on I-40.
It's going from Detroit, and the front of the storm's wrapping all the way down here to Nashville.
North Carolina, Tennessee.
If you're east of the storm, you're getting hit by 60-mile-an-hour winds. It's that simple, brother.
Water rescues are ongoing.
So if you live anywhere in this area over here, you're getting hit.
No confirmed tornadoes.
It's about the simplest forecasting you can get covering a large area.
Have confirmed tornadoes. We have radar indicated rotation.
Yeah, I'll check Arkansas while we got this map up.
A visible lowering here with this one in Tennessee, though, so we're watching it very closely.
Got a little blipper over here east of Little Rock. We get another blip all the way over on the border, Oklahoma and Arkansas. We got another little blip up here, pretty much out in the middle of nowhere.
Severe thunderstorm is still chugging through right now.
Got 3 cute little storms in Arkansas right now.
It's taking a while for it to get out of there, ain't it?
I don't even think they're in the tornado threat today. Let's look. It might be worth it to go check those storms out. Hold on a second. We got our SPC outlook for tornadoes. This is for tomorrow's. Don't worry about that one yet. Ooh, Arkansas's in the tornado threat. Yeah, let me go look at these storms out in Arkansas, to be honest. I'm glad you mentioned that, buddy. So we have a 2% chance out there. These storms could be rotating out here, so I'm going to go take a look at them.
So hopefully they'll let it expire here soon, but that strongest pocket of winds is moving through the town of Elyria right now. Going into
I just got to steal a radar from somewhere.
Avon, and then over there towards,
I think I'll take Wilmington.
So get ready for some significant.
I don't think we need this Wilmington radar anymore because everybody knows we're getting hit by the storms here, and we got Kentucky down here.
Tornado, but definitely some
Let me move out to Arkansas.
Bowling Green, Kentucky right now. Dang.
Ooh, Bowling Green, Kentucky, huh? Oh yeah, man, it's really cranking there in Bowling Green. Holy smokes. Got some big winds. There's your 60-mile-an-hour winds I was talking about.
Yeah,
Bowling Green, Kentucky's getting hammered.
We've been waiting for this storm to hit Bowling Green for like an hour, and here we go.
Look at those. Look at that rain flying across them lights up there.
Still got power, it seems.
Hey, Ryan, just got a pretty strong one.
So yeah, this storm's definitely rotating out here. It's got a hook on it and everything.
County, Ohio.
This is right on the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas right here.
Thunderstorm wind gust there. Sounds like it was.
It's got a pretty little hook on it. It's rotating. Let's take a look at this thing. It's not very big yet, but it's got a hook and everything.
Top wind gust.
I'm glad you came in and asked about Arkansas because look at this. Look at this beautiful supercell right here. This thing might drop a tornado.
Our ranker. So Ohio is in the lead now.
When we got these isolated supercells out here in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas, so we could see something happen out here.
Ohio just recently, so definitely some damaging winds.
It's really weak at the moment, but yeah, we could see something happening back down in here. We could definitely see it drop a tornado possibly. It's not tornado warned now, but I mean, in the future, this thing could ramp up a little bit more.
Damage over here near North Ridgeville.
Let's look. We have 3
North
storms
City,
here in
Memphis,
Arkansas we can look at.
Bay Village,
We got one up here, and then we got one
Westmoreland.
down there.
Got damaging winds pushing through right now, so get ready for it.
I just got to get a good radar. We'll try this one here.
Hey Ryan. just
Springfield,
got word of some
Missouri.
Thunderstorm wind damage.
Yeah,
is about
this one's really
40
sloppy right
miles
here.
Springfield and Robertson
Yeah, we ain't got
County,
nothing going on with that one.
The emergency manager
We go back to
out there is
Paducah.
reporting several trees down across the
I should be able to see
county,
this other storm from
mostly in
Paducah.
Adams and Springfield areas.
This storm is kind of iffy.
In Ohio, we just got a new
It's got some work to do. It's got a little bit of an outflow going here.
Stark, Summit, Wayne counties. This includes
But man, that one over on the Oklahoma-Arkansas border is looking pretty good. We might see a tornado out of that thing. So I'm going to move the radar back over there. We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, this one's got a lot to do before it becomes anything. So I'm going to move this radar back to Fort Smith, and we'll watch that storm with a hook on it back here. But yeah, that's every single storm in Arkansas. I gave you the full detailed report.
That's going to go on for about an hour. We've got 60-mile-per-hour winds coming in here very soon.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this storm here. This thing might try to do something, so we're going to keep an eye on this one here in the future.
We'll see. We still got
We'll leave this radar here.
Trying for a while to put down a tornado, and it hasn't been very successful.
All right, let's go back to Fort Campbell.
We'll watch it.
See, the storm's still rotating a little bit, but I think it gave it. It hasn't been the same, right? Had a really tight rotation there for a little bit. Now it's just getting all sloppy. They always do this.
Alrighty, Storm Whisperer Ryan, your chat is currently a symphony of sirens.
Yeah,
especially
look
from
at
northern
the rotation
Ohio,
keeps getting sloppier and sloppier, and it.
Olmsted, and good old Lorain County leading the orchestra. Tennessee is practically sending up.
And it still has good structure if I turn down the velocities, but it's getting weaker. And then this is back to when this is from a couple minutes ago when it had better rotation as well.
And wanted to gently remind you it's North Ridgeville, Ohio, not Rogerville, unless you're secretly trying to establish new municipalities on air.
We'll see what happens down here. So it's starting to calm down in Bowling Green. The worst of it's through.
Appreciate the heads up.
All right, anybody just coming in? I'm going to do an overall forecast real quick again.
And I think we just got an update on our SPC outlook.
If you're in front of this storm, you're about to get hit by 60-mile-an-hour winds. Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan. It's coming. It's calming down, though. Look how much weaker it's starting to get here past Columbus.
Yeah, the storms are
starting to get weaker up here. These are falling apart. We might not even have 60-mile-an-hour winds up here anymore. We probably still do here in Newark, but
some strong winds are moving into Jolton. Right here in the next little bit, we also got Brad Arnold chiming in. Go ahead,
Brad Arnold. What's going on, Brad? Definitely got lots of rain. Is
from a source that you might could use the tornado sniffer tonight. We fired up chase mode tonight. Headed up to Tennessee right now. I heard you could use some feet on the ground.
Awesome.
Oh, so Brad Arnold's going up to Tennessee.
Himself.
He's going up here to look at these storms in Tennessee for us.
Out there. Well,
Woohoo!
Dallas, Texas, but he's not. That'll update here shortly.
Says he's in Dallas.
I see you out there just south of Huntsville. The tornado
A new
sniffer.
PDS severe thunderstorm.
Brad Arnold lives in Birmingham, Alabama, so he's up here, driving up here.
Check back in with Brad here in a
He's
moment.
driving up to these storms.
In Ohio now.
Yes, my whole message didn't go through, but I heard that you may need some people up there on that Tennessee storm, and that he kind of does some weird stuff to storms. So headed up right now. I'll be there in about half an hour or so.
So he said he'll be up there in a half an hour.
About to cross the state line right now and get it near Columbia. But what do you say just to kind of get the crowd going? We fire up that tornado sniffer song. How about that?
Oh,
Brad Arnold's driving up here. He says he's at the border. He said 30 minutes he'll be on these storms.
Update real quick.
He's
We
cruising
got
along.
a PDS severe thunderstorm warning for Cleveland. Okay, 1.1 million people in Cuyahoga and Lorain counties. under a severe thunderstorm warning with 80-mile-per-hour destructive winds continuing to be possible here.
Brad
in Parma,
Arnold, the
Cleveland,
tornado sniffer.
Beechwood, and Euclid. You guys know what I'm talking about. So take shelter as if this was a tornado warning. Okay, this is a dangerous storm for you.
Yeah,
folks
I haven't
in
been up
Cleveland.
to Cleveland yet. So
You
look at
don't want to
Cleveland.
play around with this. So that's what's happening up there in Cleveland. Some 80-mile-per-hour
So
winds are coming.
they
in.
have
Take shelter as if it
80-mile-an-hour
was
winds up here. This is a
tornado warning
PDS
once
severe
again.
destructive warning
I
here
do
for
want to check
Cleveland.
in also before we
So
go
remember
back
how I
to
told
Brad.
you guys we were seeing some rotation. You might see up to 80-mile-an-hour
check in
winds.
on-
That's confirmed now. So they're basically saying
this,
anybody in Cleveland's
camera
going to get
over
hit by
here
80-mile-an-hour winds here because
in
these storms are kind of
Pleasantville, 'cause
rotating
it
in
does
here.
have a view of the storm that we were watching that was tornado warned.
So
a
we got
moment
some
ago,
really big winds
and
coming
you can
into
still see the
Cleveland.
same feature, but it doesn't look.
You see how you have the
as,
extra thick.
robust
This is
as
the
it- as it
highest
did
rating of
before.
a
So
severe thunderstorm
let's come
for
over here
Cleveland.
to Brad Arnold, who is going to go up towards Tennessee and help us sniff out these storms. And let's play the tornado sniffer song. Who wants to hear
I'm
it?
not
Go ahead.
seeing any 80-mile-an-hour winds. I'm seeing 60-mile-an-hour though.
Oh crap! I can't find it. There it is. Here we go.
60 mile an hour at 241 feet.
He's the tornado sniffer. He's the tornado sniffer. Brad Arnold's here to sniff the storm.
Still says he's in Dallas. Now I got to edit out this song, but I wanted to hear it. Oh, well.
He is the tornado sniffer. If you're not
Tornado
familiar with Brad Arnold,
sniffer. It still says Dallas,
he
Texas.
sniffs them out. That's his job. That's what he does. All right, so he's going to be out there floating around some of these
Yeah, honestly, I
storms
don't
in
know why
Alabama
they have 80 mile an
and,
hour winds
Tennessee.
for this. I'm not seeing it.
Sniffing out the.
I mean,
the storms
we're at
today
ground
as they,
level on the
go
radar
through
right here.
Southern portions of Middle Tennessee. Speaking
It's
of
telling
Tennessee,
me 60 miles an hour.
storms are getting
60
close
miles an hour at
to
543 feet
Nashville.
or
I think we're probably going to see a
343
new severe
feet.
thunderstorm warning issued here soon for
Let me
portions of
actually take a
Nashville,
3D view of
especially up
this,
there
see if we
towards
can see
Hendersonville.
why this
So
is
y'all
rated
get
for
ready
80.
for that.
So we're
And then we've got a
smack
tornado
dab in the
possible
radar
severe
site, right?
thunderstorm warning.
The radar's
Still
right
in
here. The
effect
storms
for,
are wrapped all around it.
Centerville, down here in Hickman and Lewis counties in Tennessee. And I mean, it's still rotating enough to where you got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to look at that.
I'm trying to move the velocities around here.
Back up
Does
there.
anybody
in Ohio,
live
once
in
again,
Cleveland?
You guys are under an extremely dangerous situation.
Anybody live in Cleveland in
destructive
chat?
Severe thunderstorm warning. Okay.
I'm not
And what
seeing
does
80
that
mile an hour
mean?
winds. Maybe there is. I don't
That
know.
means
I
that there's a
can't see it on the
possibility
radar
for
though.
80-mile-per-hour winds, and that's going to do significant damage.
I don't
if
even
it
see
actually
any
hits Cleveland.
overlapping
So we're
velocities.
hoping for the best here, but right now some of the strongest winds are coming through North Olmsted up towards
But
Westlake.
yeah, we got a severe
and then we're gonna
destructive
see those
warning
come up
on
towards Lakewood and then hit
Cleveland right now.
downtown Cleveland with up to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So get prepared for
Hey, Bonnie,
power
welcome to
outages
stream.
and stuff like that.
Hey, Key Bear,
1.1
how you
million
doing?
people are in the path of this dangerous storm here in Cleveland. Back down to Tennessee. There it is. That's your severe thunderstorm warning for Nashville.
I
So
don't
that
know why
includes
they have this
Hendersonville
listed
and
for 80
Gallatin
mile
as
an hour
well.
winds, but whatever. We'll go with it. Everybody, National Weather says 80 mile an hour winds. We have a PDS severe
And this
destructive
is what
warning.
that storm looks like
80 mile an hour wind gusts right here.
as it comes in. So this is just to the north of Gallatin.
Says
We've got
radar
a
indicated, but
camera
I
over
can't
here,
radar
courtesy
confirm
of
it.
the Radar Mega Cyclone Port Network.
Nashville, Tennessee. That is so beautiful out there.
You can see that strong storm pushing in. We're going to have 60-mile-per-hour winds coming up towards Portland, Oak Grove, and Westmoreland here soon. Also, Cottontown, Gallatin.
It's looking more like
and
50, 60 mile an hour winds in
Bethpage.
Cleveland. If anybody's in Cleveland that noticed it
Hendersonville, you
being
guys are
really
also in the
crazy, let
path.
me know.
Nashville, of
I'm
course,
not
you guys are
seeing
in
it.
the path. So we got about 500,000, about 600,000 people in this severe thunderstorm warning here. This is what it looks like from downtown Nashville right now. or, from a little bit behind downtown Nashville. You can see that strong storm coming in from the west.
It dropped our tornado warning down here. Still got a little bit of rotation. Yeah, we got all these storms basically coming through Tennessee and Kentucky here with 60-mile-an-hour winds.
We can get pretty close in here with Nashville, and you can see some of those strong winds starting to come in on the northwest side
Kind
of
of
town
taking
over
a close
there.
look at all these storms,
This is
see
what
if
it
I
looks
see
like
anything
on the
spinning up on them.
Briley Parkway out there on the west side of Nashville.
Nothing too wild. The only storm with rotations right
so
here, and
winds are
Brad
definitely
Arnold's
starting to
driving out
gust,
to this thing.
above
He's going to go
40
try to
to 50
chase that storm.
miles per hour, and we expect that we might even see
He's going
some
to chase that storm.
60
He wants
mile
to see
per hour
it.
wind gusts at some point.
Yeah, anybody just stopping in, here's our forecast right here, basically.
So if you are
Big
just
line
now
of storms
tuning in, our
coming
top
at you,
priority
60 mile an
warning right
hour
now, our
winds.
most concerning situation
Tri-state storm,
Cuyahoga and
Quadra
Lorain
state
counties
storm.
in Ohio, where we've got a destructive 80 mile per hour.
Starting to see some
severe
weak spots up
thunderstorm
in
going on.
Columbus,
And
north
then
of Columbus,
right,
but other than that,
after
yeah.
that, we've got a
Hey, let's look at our
tornado
power
possible,
outages. We haven't looked at the power
considerable
outages in a
thunderstorm
while.
warning for Clinton and Lycoming counties in Pennsylvania. That one's got 70 mile per hour
We got
winds on it.
18,000 people without power in
that.
Kentucky. We have 23,000 now.
And then, of course, we are looking
So yeah,
at
these storms are continuing to do damage. Logan County got hit pretty bad. 2,000 houses lost power in Logan.
Amount of people in the path.
Check.
Here.
Oh,
So,
Ohio's in the red. We have 150,000,
storm. Make sure you're
157,000 people without power in Ohio
now.
now.
Windows, all that good stuff.
I don't know what happened over here in Guernsey County, but something happened. I don't know if we had like a fire or something over there, or some car hit a telephone pole because the storms aren't out there yet.
We actually already got some damage reports in from areas just
you can
north
kind of see where our
Nashville.
storms are tracking
I've got one
through
here that says we have potentially some trees down blocking Louisville Highway. And
our grand total for
Kirktree
Columbus
Road
is
in Millersville.
13,000
So that wind
houses
is moving
lost
out
power
towards
in Columbus,
Cottontown
Ohio.
now. So you guys, y'all get ready for that. Once again, take shelter indoors, away from windows. It is a dangerous storm that we're dealing with here, coming into the greater Nashville area. Also, let's go check back in on Cleveland. We do have 80 mile per hour winds coming into Cleveland here soon. So hopefully everybody's ready for that. Westlake, North Olmsted, you guys are including that. We've got
I'm still not
1.1
buying this
million
80 mile an hour
people
winds in
the direct path
Cleveland.
of this destructive,
Is there anybody in
extremely
Cleveland in
dangerous storm.
chat yet? So they have a PDS tornado or
In
PDS
Kentucky,
thunderstorm
we got a
warning
new
on
severe
Cleveland.
thunderstorm warning just north of
Saying
Hopkinsville.
80 mile an
down here
hour
for
winds, but
Crofton.
I don't see it.
This is Christian, Muhlenberg, and Todd counties. So get ready for that. We do have some storms.
I mean, I seen it
approaching Lexington,
earlier when we
Kentucky,
had
but it
those
looks like they're
rotations
below
and those
severe
tornado
limits right
warnings. I was
now.
seeing 80 mile an hour winds back then.
We
but
got a special weather statement out here near Bardstown, so we'll keep you updated on that.
I don't know if they're counting this mess out here. This is a radar glitch right here.
And then here's the latest on this severe thunderstorm warning in Adams, Brown, and Highland counties in Ohio. We've got West Union, Rardon, and Piketon, and Waverly under a severe thunderstorm warning right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not seeing it. I don't think there's 80 mile an hour winds in Cleveland right now. I think we have 50, 60 mile an hour winds. I want somebody, hopefully somebody pops in from Cleveland and can confirm.
And this is a look at Nashville. As
I mean,
the storm
look
comes
right
in towards
here.
Nashville. Once again, we do think
41
that we're
mile
gonna
an
have some
hour
60 mile
winds
per hour
at
wind gusts
304
possibly
feet
up
out
here.
front here on the other
Probably
side of the
some
radar.
Stronger wind gusts are going to be possible over there.
57 miles an
which
hour
is,
at
what we're looking
257
at
feet.
here.
I don't see anything that's
just
80.
to the north of Gallatin.
If
we've
it was
got
80
ourselves
mile
a
an
Cameron
hour,
that's
we
about
would
to get
see
hit
we
by
would see
some,
yellow.
60,
We don't see
65
any yellow
mile
in
per hour
there.
wind gusts up here on State Road
So-
109. That's going to move over towards Bethpage.
Look, but there's a bunch
Bransford,
of
and
yellow up here,
Westmoreland,
right?
okay?
But that's just a radar mess. There's 82
And then
right
looking a
here.
little bit closer into Nashville.
But this is just a blip. This is a radar. You see this radar is all
You
screwed
can
up
see
right
that we
here. It's
do
just a
have
little
some,
malfunction.
strong
pretty
winds
much.
moving in on the northwest side of town already.
Maybe the wind speeds or something. Maybe the data's picking it up wrong from this area in Elukid. Elukid. Oh, that's up where that's the Cleveland Clinic. I went to the Cleveland Clinic up here. Yeah, I'm almost positive this is not a storm right here. This is just some radar interference. You can kind of see how there's like a whole straight band right here. The radar is just messed up right here. It's not reading it properly. So I don't think we have 80-mile-an-hour winds in Cleveland, guys.
It actually looks like where some of the damage reports are coming in up there near Jolton. It looks like we might
But
have,
just in case, yeah,
little bit
stay
of a
away from
traffic jam up
windows,
here
get
for some
inside
reason.
your
I don't know if we
buildings
got a
if you're
tree
in
down up
Cleveland, just
there.
to be safe. But
But
I'm not
this is up
seeing
there
it.
on
I'm seeing
Interstate,
60-mile-an-hour winds in Cleveland. There's a big difference between
24,
50, 60, and 80.
north of Whites Creek.
Huge
near
difference.
Licton. So we're starting to see the
I'm just not
the
seeing the
winds really
power
start to pick
outages up
here,
there either.
in Nashville. So once again, we got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Nashville. This is what it looks like
Yeah,
from
so like we
a
don't
little
really
bit
have
of a
that many
distance.
power outages up here. We have
You can see
some.
it coming into the downtown area there. Nice.
Got
view
some power
from,
outages,
once
but I
again,
mean,
the
this storm's in
Cyclone Port
Cleveland
network,
now.
with radar
Cayuga
negative.
County right here. That's Cleveland. We only have 1,500 power outages. If there's 80-mile-an-hour winds, it'd probably be like 100,000. But it's still going to update, right? Because the storms are in Cleveland right now. That's a
And
beautiful
we do
sight.
have a pretty strong storm coming out of Bowling Green now and working over towards Glasgow. And we've got a pretty cool view of that, too, if you guys want to see that. This is a nice shelf cloud that continues to cross over portions of Kentucky. So we're going to continue to watch that as the storm gets closer. So let's go back to the radar here, and let's talk about Ohio again, because it's been a second since we've given an update here. And I want to make sure that we update y'all every step of the way. Cleveland, downtown.
I don't
Cleveland,
even
you
know if
guys are
they give
getting in on some
amber
of those
alerts for
stronger,
PDS
stronger
severe.
winds right now, maybe up to 70, maybe even 80-mile-per-hour winds are moving into Lakewood, Parma, Old
Kind of wish
Brooklyn,
they would
Cleveland
drop
right
this
now.
PDS severe
Next
because
in
I know
line,
it's
we're
not
talking
that
about
bad there.
Collinwood, Garfield Heights, Shaker Heights, Cleveland
You
Heights.
see
up
how
there
big, bold,
towards
and red the
East
PDS
Lake,
severe
okay?
warning is.
We are under an extremely dangerous 80-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning here, so we're encouraging everyone to take shelter as if this was a
The
tornado
only
warning
area it's
in
80 miles an
Cuyahoga
hour
and
still is
Lorain
this
counties in
little
Ohio.
this
1.1
glitch still.
million
There's a
people
little glitch right
are
here
in
with
the
the
path of
radar.
these 80-mile-per-hour
There's not
winds.
80-mile-an-hour winds. Look, we got 61 miles an hour at 291 feet.
New severe
We got
thunderstorm
60
warning for
mile an hour
Morgan
at
and Perry counties in
369
Ohio.
feet.
That's going to continue for the next
47 miles an hour at 250 feet.
20
yeah, we're
minutes or so.
fine.
Also in North Dakota, big time severe
I
thunderstorm.
mean, it's still windy.
moving up
Don't
there
get me
for
wrong. Right, we
Botany
still
and
got some
McHenry
wind. We're still
counties.
going to get some tree
Ready for
branches
that
taking it
$50
down. But this
size
ain't
hail.
no 80. And I double checked. Like I did
But
3D
of course,
scans
we're
to
gonna
see if
go
we had
back down here
overlapping winds here, and I'm not seeing it. Let me check again.
to Gallatin and Nashville and Hendersonville, where we got a very strong storm.
Like
coming
we had
through,
120
the
mile an hour
Nashville,
gust of winds
area
out in
right now.
Kansas last week, and you can see the winds overlapping. We don't have any overlapping velocities here. It's all red, it's all green. There's no overlapping velocities in Cleveland. So the winds aren't even being multiplied here at all.
This is what it looks
Yep.
like a little bit
It's
closer.
all
to
straight
Hendersonville
line
right
winds,
now.
no overlapping.
Oh, not that. This.
See, what I'm looking for is I'm looking to see
So we
green
do have
underneath the
a
red.
significant, probably one of the stronger parts of the storm is
Right, here we go.
currently,
Here we go.
you know,
Okay.
going through
But that's the
Hendersonville
radar
at the
glitch. See,
current moment.
we see overlapping right here, right? But that's just the radar glitch. That's just that
So
one
just now
spot
tuning
with the
in, we do
radar
have a severe
glitch.
thunderstorm warning in effect for Hendersonville.
So there's no 80
And,
mile an
looks
hour
like
winds
at
here in
least
Cleveland,
60 mile
guys.
per hour winds are going to be
Oh,
possible
sorry.
as it continues to push
Sorry
through.
to get your hopes up, but they're wrong. They need to fix the radar in Cleveland. They got Ryan Hall faked, though. They're getting him good. You're not going to fake me out, National Weather.
So here's everything that I'm looking at here in the Nashville area as we've got
69 mile an hour gust of wind right here. There we go. 69 mile an hour winds at
Rick,
386
they need
feet.
to ramp up again in that storm that's.
We're almost getting to
Columbia.
80. We might hit 80 if
Guys,
it picks up
now
enough.
Okay,
The
that's
thing is,
Brad.
too,
We're gonna
when
go
you
back
get
down
up
to that
here
storm
by
right
the
here in a second,
water,
but once again,
these
this is a
bodies of
look at,
waters up
everything
here, they
that we're
definitely
watching
intensify the
right now in
storms.
the Nashville
So
area. And
it is a
especially
possibility we
Hendersonville. I
see
think
stronger
that's where
winds
the
coming up here
strongest
through the
winds
water here.
are, currently.
It is a very high possibility we see some gusts of winds up here on the coastline as it moves up through here. Because you can definitely see, look how the winds are getting stronger right here in this area. We're getting up over 60 miles an hour in this area by Lindale.
All right, let's go down here and take a look at this storm in Tennessee. That's a little bit farther to the south. We've been watching this one for a while. It's been rotating enough to warrant a tornado warning. It kind of let up a little bit, but it does look like it's coming back together. So that's what Brad is talking about, and he's actually going to be trying to go up there.
Brad Arnold's
maybe
going after this
intercept
storm
that as
down
the
here
storms
in
go over
Tennessee. He's
into
going to start chasing
more
this.
central portions of or southern portions of Middle Tennessee.
The storm was tornado
All right,
warned a while
Make
back.
sure you guys are ready, and y'all are watching out over here in Buffalo.
Still has some pretty
Vaughn,
big
Shady
broad
Grove,
rotation here, but
because
nothing
we've
too
seen
wild.
Storms like this do weird stuff out here in Tennessee, like Brad said. So we're going to be watching this closely as he goes up towards that storm. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, further northeast of that, north of Gallatin, Tennessee, towards the Westmoreland area, I think we have a weak tornado that's maybe churned up a few trees here that's unwarned. So I've gone ahead and put a y'all watch on it out to that area. Correlation coefficient shows some lower values there that are consistent, do follow the storm. So I do believe that was a tornado. We'll probably see a survey done on
Westmoreland?
that area of interest, but y'all watch out ahead of it while it's still ongoing here, possibly towards the Westmoreland, Tennessee area.
Thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill. So we got a
Andy
strong
Hill
storm
on top of it.
heading, all the way up from Bethpage up towards Adolphus, Fairfield. But right there in the middle, we've got that area of rotation that we're watching, and we're saying, y'all watch out. In
We need to
Westmoreland.
switch radars. We'll switch to Nashville.
Could
We'll be
have
able
a
to see it
tornado
better.
warning issued with that. It's possible. It's not guaranteed or
So
anything.
Andy Hill said we might have
Not
just
even
had a tornado
necessarily
here.
expected, but
Little
it is
ripping up,
something that we're
A
watching.
little ripping up
We don't
action
have
here.
a considerable. I'm sorry, we don't have a destructive severe thunderstorm.
Yeah,
warning
right in
north of
here.
Cleveland, so they've downgraded that to considerable. But areas north and east of Cleveland, I still think that we're going to have a couple of wind reports in excess of 70 miles per hour. So y'all get ready for that. Coming back over here.
Good, they
to
finally
the top
downgraded
10
Cleveland.
warnings right now, we have no tornado warning. All
A
severe
lot of
thunderstorm
interference
warnings.
here.
Number one thing though is going to be that.
And you see
warning
this
there
little
in
inflow notch right here
Pennsylvania.
Andy Hill's talking
A
about.
tornado
It's
possible,
kind of wrapping up in
and
here,
we've
trying
got
to rotate.
considerable damage threats.
He's saying we
So
just had maybe a little brief
let's look
spin
at
up
that
tornado
that
here
warning over
by
here in
Westmoreland
Williamsport.
area.
We got 13 minutes left on this, so in Lock Haven and Jersey Shore, get ready. Some significant severe weather is on the way. Over here in Ohio, Cuyahoga is that county. Is
So
still
all our
under a
action's pretty much
considerable
down in
severe
Tennessee and
thunderstorm warning
Kentucky
for the
right
next
now, other
28
than
minutes.
60-mile-an-hour winds
Get
everywhere
ready
else.
for potentially some very strong damaging winds over the next 28 minutes.
Hey, Blancers, I'm close to Middletown.
And
I
then
live up in
Oklahoma and
Franklin.
Texas, we got ourselves a,
Nice to see you, neighbor.
Considerable severe thunderstorm warning back here.
We're neighbors, Blancers.
For, Jackson County, Oklahoma, and
My
Harlan,
address is
Oklahoma.
actually
Texas,
Middletown, but I
that's
live like on the
1.5
block
there.
I'm like on the block of Middletown and
70
Franklin.
winds.
We're neighbors.
Continuing to watch the Nashville area.
This one's still rotating pretty good down here.
Downtown Nashville, it's really not. It's not made much progress towards the town, and we're mostly seeing.
Hey,
stuff
join our.
in
Do you have
Oklahoma and
Discord,
Greenville.
Blancers? Let me link our Discord. We have like a chat room, right? It's basically just a chat room. You download it on your phone here, and it's 100% free. So we have like all of our resources, weather apps. We have all of our storm chasers. We got all the weather streamers, and it's basically just a room where we have like a severe weather channel, and we just basically chat about the weather before it gets bad. We're all like paying attention to the weather and stuff. So if anybody wants to join, it's 100% free. I'm gonna link that in there for you guys. You can come hang out with us if you want. I don't know where Jacob's been today. I haven't seen Jacob at
How
all
are we
today.
doing out there in Hendersonville, by the way? I don't
Hope
think
he's
this is
all right.
definitely not the worst storm
Jacob
we've
got
been through.
Jacob got
It's
hit by
definitely,
storms at
somewhat
like we were
impactful.
streaming
It's
4 o'clock in the
a
morning
storm
last
out there.
night.
It's looking like out there.
Jacob's house got I
Yeah,
think it
most of the
lost
really
power about
impactful stuff, and
3:30,
from
4
what I can
o'clock
tell,
in the
is
morning
that
last
radar
night. We were up
happening
really late in
more
Oklahoma.
downtown
Oklahoma
Nashville,
got hammered
over
last
near,
night.
Jordonia.
We were up
Hickory,
really late. I think I shut down the stream around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning last night. It was actually my second or third. I got streamed like 3 times yesterday. It got bad 3 times yesterday. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this rotation up here in Greenville. Uh-oh, we got something else happening up here. Things are getting a little wacky in Kentucky and Tennessee. We got a rotation up here in Greenville. Let me get another radar on that. Because I want to keep this one down here by Nashville. We're pretty much, I don't even need a radar up in Ohio anymore because it's just straight line winds, right? Everybody knows it's getting weaker.
We do have a new considerable severe thunderstorm.
Detroit, Michigan's done at this point. Like, we're done in Detroit. I mean, it's still raining in Detroit, but the winds have already passed through.
Severe weather. We're talking about
so we're pretty much done in Detroit.
And another tornado possible damage threat there with, once again, 70-mile-per-hour winds coming up towards portions of Aguega and Lake counties. So get ready in Mentor, get ready in Chardon and Madison for a significant severe storm.
Yeah, look at this. We got a good rotation here in Centerville. We got a really nice tight rotation.
Lexington, Kentucky is now under a...
That's probably going to get re-tornado warning here soon. We got another area rotation up here I was just looking at. Was it near Greenville, I think?
So get ready for that out there in Lexington.
Yeah, right up here. Wow, look at that. Look at that. We got a little bright glossy spot here on top of Greenville.
Bracktown and
we might see another tornado out here.
Bryan Station and eventually towards Sidville and Hutchinson. Places like the University of Kentucky down towards...
This thing's really trying to form up.
Miss you for the most part.
Isn't gone supercellular, but it looks like it's trying. It's got to grow a little bit more, but it's got a good rotation on it. Heck yeah, man. Look at that. This thing's trying to drop a tornado right in here. You can clearly see that in the 3D view. This thing's really trying to drop a tornado up here by Greenville. This thing could even be on the ground, possibly. On this 3D scan, we got a really tight little couplet right there. Very high possibility this thing's on the ground. Let's take a look back here. I mean, the storm's still really small, but the velocities are really coming together here. Right on top of Greenville. Oh man, that's right on top of town too. I hope this thing didn't drop down. Let me check, see if there's a debris signature.
I unfortunately didn't.
I don't know.
Put the Lexington cameras in the program. Last time we had a storm out here,
we might have had a tornado on the ground here in Greenville, possibly.
Yeah, this is what we're looking at.
A little bit concerning looking in Greenville.
G-Town.
Hey, David, welcome to stream.
Strong winds. Look like we still have power, though, for the majority of Lexington. But the biggest part of the storm is definitely happening down there in Highlands and Russell Cave.
We definitely got a rotation on top of Greenville. Is this in Kentucky? Yeah. We might have just had a tornado in Greenville, Kentucky. I'm not sure. Let me get back up there. I'm not sure if this thing dropped down, but it looks like it was really close to it. A little tight area rotation right here. You see in Greenville where our reds and greens are touching together.
A new tornado.
Our latest scan, it's got a little white look.
Tornado warning.
Maybe they're tornado warning this.
This is going to be for Akron. This is going to be for
man. They tornado warn everything in Akron. I swear.
Mantua, Hiram, Garrettsville, and Troy Township. We do have a
look at this. How's this not tornado warned yet, man? Look at this little rotation right here by Greenville. It's got a tight little rotation there, guys.
We got some rotation down here.
Hey, man, if anybody lives in Greenville, Drakesboro, take your safe spot because we got a good rotation here.
Take shelter out here for the next 22 minutes. 22 minutes remaining.
I'm gonna go up and look at this one on Ohio, and I bet you it's not rotating nearly as good as this one down here in Greenville.
There, including the campsite A,
yeah,
Camp Manitowoc. The Cool Lakes family.
Let me go look at this tornado warning in Ohio because I know it's going to be something silly.
Hiram.
That's a legit tornado warning. I give it to him.
The Akron Axe House.
It's going to be more like a spin-up one, right? This is more like a QLCS threat here. It's going to be more like 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind if this drops.
Second time that stadium has been in the path of one of these dangerous, damaging storms. So.
Yeah. But, I mean, everybody needs to be prepared. This storm here, we're getting 60, 70-mile-an-hour winds coming out of the storm. Everybody, it's coming your way. This is almost getting to Tennessee now. The winds were supposed to die out on this storm, but it looks like they're still pretty strong further north.
Lightning strike. This is sent in from Melissa M. out there in Crittenden, Kentucky.
We do have quite a bit. We have quite the concerning amounts of winds up here still. We still fairly strong up here. Still fairly strong winds. Let's take a look at this here, actually.
In Ohio from Emily. Sean, man, we've had a rainbow outbreak out there, haven't we? That's plumb wild. Thank you, Sean P., for that. Big time damage.
Yeah,
out
that's
there
definitely a
in,
legit tornado
Dayton,
warning here in Ohio.
Major
I
big-time
agree with
trees
this one
down here.
100%.
So
So we
looks
really
like
have some really
looks like
high
we are
velocities connecting right in
pretty
here.
lucky
So
that didn't go
there,
through
there's a
us.
very high chance you're going to get
There
100-mile-an-hour
so,
wind gusts right
once
here.
Again, thank you, PJ Reynolds, for sending that in. Hope everybody's all right.
Pretty much anybody in this tornado
More
warning, be
lightning
prepared for
and rain.
100-mile-an-hour wind
What's
gusts
going on
just
out
to
there
be
in
safe.
Clarksville.
You're not going to see a
So,
tornado on the
nice,
ground. It's
rainbow
basically
out
just
there
going to be a blast of
at
wind like
the
100 mile
Great
an hour.
American Ballpark. It's nice to see after the big storm out there. This is from the city of Vandalia Fire.
I mean, basically, whenever you get a tornado warning on these storms, it's all it's going to be is 100 to 120 mile an hour gust of wind.
Tristan and Dayton, Ohio.
That's the
looks like
best way to
another big one.
explain it.
And another double rainbow out there in Blanchester, Ohio. More damage.
Really
out there in
looking,
Woodlawn, Tennessee.
really
So this is
looking
one of the
wrapped
first
up there a
tornado
little
warnings
bit.
seen in
So,
Tennessee.
you know, a lot of high
Lots of
velocities
damage
here on
reports
top of
coming in,
Hudson.
from,
Probably
seeing
going to get a
stronger
bunch of
wind
power
gusts than we've
outages here in
seen, especially
Hudson
over there in
and
Middle
Streetsboro,
Tennessee.
Aurora.
This is Bluffton,
You got
Indiana.
some really
We
strong
had
winds
roof
coming through,
peeled off
guys.
of
Make
a
sure you're away from your
building
windows.
there, and some flooding up there in
Get in your
Royal
innermost
Oak,
room.
Michigan. This is on Crooks Road and Webster Street in Royal Oak, Michigan. Major flooding.
Still don't have a tornado warning over here in Greenville.
Diagonal from the Planet Fitness up there.
Still don't have a tornado warning in Greenville yet. If anybody wants to call national weather in Fort Campbell, let them know that we have a really good rotation on top of Drakesboro, Greenville. I mean, it's getting even worse. Look at that. Look at that notch here. I don't even know who covers the tornado warnings for this area.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We've got a new tornado warning in Kentucky.
Finally, I think they just tornado warned it.
This is going to be for Muhlenberg County in Kentucky, out here near Belton, Paradise, and Rochester. We got a little bit of rotation right here. Okay, so
This
is,
thing's ready to
why we have
drop a
warning
tornado.
for about 3,500
This thing could drop a
people out here
tornado
in
at any
Muhlenberg,
moment.
Kentucky, for the next hour. All right, so take shelter in Ebenezer, Beach Creek.
I mean, you can clearly see right here where rotation's really tight. You can see it coming all the way down through to here.
A very dangerous storm. Take shelter now. Our other tornado warning continues up here in Ohio for Portage and Summit counties.
So our
continues
highest
to,
velocities are
have
down
some
at the
rotation
lower
over
levels,
here.
it seems. But
Right
yeah,
around Hudson,
this thing could drop at any moment.
80, Mantua, Hiram, and Garrettsville, and Troy Township are all in the path here. We want to stay sheltered for the next 18 minutes. Lowest floor, interior building, interior room of the lowest floor of your building. All right, and then you want to put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. I don't see any big scary debris signature. No, there's no way to confirm that this is a tornado down via this radar image, but we do have the polygon. All right,
It's a very, very tight rotation here.
In this tornado warning,
This could easily be on the ground, but I don't know. There might not be anything for it to damage to. So this most likely is a debris signature here, though. Could possibly be a debris signature here just east of Drakesboro. Possibly. I don't know for sure, but this could be a debris signature. This thing might be doing damage. It's hard to say. Has very, very good storm structure, has very tight velocities. Could definitely be on the ground here.
Here's what it looks like in Nashville. Honestly, it looks like downtown Nashville is not even going to get hit.
It's heading right towards Drakesboro.
The biggest.
I mean, the good thing is it's a weak tornado, right? This is just going to be an EF0, EF1, right? As long as you're inside a house away from windows, you're going to be fine. If you're in a camper or a mobile home, you want to find a sturdy structure. It looks like it's getting weaker now. I think this thing was already on the ground and did its damage, and it's starting to get weak now. Yeah, I think the tornado happened before they warned it. I think it's falling apart now. But it may recycle. We'll see what happens
I
here.
don't like the polygon, but I do respect the polygon. You know, that's, yeah. You know what, man? Heck yeah. Speaking
We
of,
still have really good
tornado
velocity
boundaries, we respect
signatures
one
here
of
by
those over in both
Drakesboro, though.
Muhlenberg County and Kentucky. We've still got that rotation right here east of Greenville.
I want to go look at the one Brad
moving
Arnold's
over
chasing. Let's go
towards,
back down to Nashville.
Greensboro, NS Paradise, and Rochester.
Brad Arnold's coming over to this storm. This storm's looking really good again. Holy smokes. Look at that rotation, guys. Woo, baby. That's plumb wild.
This is what it looks like as that storm.
Yeah, this
comes in.
storm's looking really good looking now. I'm glad Brad Arnold's coming out here to chase this thing, because this is in a really good spot to chase it too.
We've got a pretty good view of it on its approach.
And this thing's been rotating for a good hour
So
or
once
two
again,
now.
Take shelter out there in Muhlenberg, Kentucky. Let's go back up to Ohio, where we have this other tornado warning. Rotation continues down here between Kent. The rotation is north of Kent State University. Kent State University, you guys are under that tornado warning, but the concerning part of the storm.
This thing has strong velocities, so rotation's down in here.
Into Mantua right now, up towards Troy Township. Please take shelter if you haven't already. We keep getting new storm reports in. 79 mile per hour wind gust was reported earlier in Indiana.
Tennessee and
So
Kentucky's getting some action tonight, guys.
the highest wind gust we've seen today is 81. in
Tennessee and
Amherst,
Kentucky's getting
Ohio.
action. I wonder if they updated our
And
SP outlook
at
yet.
Ball State University in Indiana, we had a 79 mile per hour wind gust much earlier today. And we had a bunch of 70.
Because we're having tornadoes in some weird areas, right? New tornado warning. Another new tornado warning. Let's update.
A new tornado warning.
Okay, so they changed it. So this basically 2% chance for tornadoes here today. These areas.
Here in Tennessee, this is Hickman, Lewis, and Maury counties once again.
So today's been updated.
This thing is gonna try.
They greatly reduced our tornado threat, but basically, gave a 2% chance all throughout. We have that storm out in Arkansas too. We need to take a look at. That thing was rotating pretty good. We haven't gone out there in a while.
Intercept up here, okay?
Let's go look at that one out there. I think that was Fort Smith.
This is probably
Yep,
our
here it is.
best view of that. And I don't
Yeah,
think
this one don't look like
towards
it's
the,
really
actual rotation
done
part of the
anything
storm
with
at this
itself. We have another blip right here by Little Rock that formed up. This one's severe warn now. We should probably go check that one here in a little bit. We'll check this one out here in Arkansas by Mina. I just want to see its structure. I mean, I don't think that we're going to see a tornado out of this. I mean, it might make one later, but I mean, yeah, this thing's trying. This thing's trying to become a supercell. Look at it. It's like half a supercell. Just needs to get bigger. It needs to grow. It just needs to get a little bit bigger.
But we're gonna watch it come in from all kinds of different angles over here. As we once again we have that tornado.
I mean,
warning
if
for
you
both
if you
Swan Bluff,
take
Maple
out all the
Stream,
severe parts, it
Shady
looks like
Beach,
it's a
where the
supercell, right?
rotation is definitely
Look, it looks like a supercell now. It has some growing to do. Just got some growing to do. That's all.
Got about 2,500 people in this warning polygon here.
I gotta fix my 3D thing.
Back up
I have
to
it set
Kentucky,
exactly the way I want it,
on
right?
this tornado warning.
There we go. Yeah, it still looks too greeny in there. Hold on.
That's going to last for once again 42 more minutes. We've got 2,800 people.
No, I done messed up my radar.
Paradise, Rochester, and Belton.
I have like settings where I want to see just certain parts of. Here we go. All right, there we go.
But certainly not least. We've got
See, I only want to show certain parts of the storm so I can see it well. So we kind of got like the light shade of blue, then we can see the severe part on the inside of it.
In this polygon here, so we're encouraging everyone to take shelter if you haven't already.
Yeah,
Everyone,
we might see something out of this storm here in a little bit. We'll see what it does.
This is going to be.
I want to check this other one over here by Little Rock. What's popping up over here by Little Rock?
A tube associated with this. It's going to be a dangerous storm. So get indoors.
Your tornado alarms are blaring? I don't hear them.
No tube needed.
You got tornado alarms in Middletown, Lancers?
This is I'm assuming this is taken from a drone. This is Sawyer sending this in from
I don't have any tornado alarms. I should be hearing them too.
Pennsylvania. The tiniest little storm.
Discord links expired? Let me make another one. I don't know why it's expired. Why are Discord links so annoying?
Nice.
All right, edit invite link, create new link. All right, I just made a new Discord link. Hopefully this works. Oh, you're in Middlefield. I thought you said you're in Middletown, Ohio. I'm not your neighbor there. I'm up in Middletown, Ohio, not Middlefield. Okay. Middlefield, what state are you in, Blancers? Northeast Ohio. Okay. Yeah, I'm in Southeast. I'm down by Cincinnati. I thought you said you're in Middletown. Maybe there's another Middletown down there.
Man. We've got some incredible views of this.
All right, I'm going to come back over here. Let's go back to our tornado warnings up there in Cleveland.
Coming from Columbia, looking over towards our tornado warned storm that continues over here for Hickman, Lewis, and Maury counties in Tennessee.
I mean, the same thing pretty much goes up here in Cleveland. I mean, we might see a big gust of wind right in here. There's like no big tornado on the ground. Looks like we're having a little bit of a wrap up here too. We might see another 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind right here by Chesterland. Same thing up in here. We got a big area here, but this is on the lake, I believe. Are we out in the water? Yeah, this is out in the water, so that don't matter.
We got another one on. So like,
yeah, we got a bit of rotation right here on top of Chesterland.
Cloud. You want to see what it looks like on the other side? Boom.
Are you inside this tornado warning, Blancers?
So this is still rotating, and we still believe
Yeah, where you said
producing a tornado as it comes down toward
Middlefield
in Tennessee. So we're encouraging.
All right, there's Middlefield.
Shelter out here.
You're golden, buddy. Just so at worst, what you're gonna see, Blancers, is 60-mile-an-hour winds, maybe a brief 100-mile-an-hour gust, right? You won't see an actual tornado. There won't be a tornado. It'll just be like 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind if you have a spin up on top of you. That's really all you got to worry about in this line of storms. So as long as you're away from your windows, you know, you don't want to be in an old camper or a mobile home. You want to find a sturdy structure. But yeah, we got some really strong winds coming through here. It's going to come through Middlefield. But at worst, it's not going to be like a big giant twister. No, it's just going to be a brief spin up. And you won't even see a tornado. It'll just be like a 100-mile gust of wind. That's the easiest way to explain it. So you really don't have anything serious to worry about. You don't want to be outside. You don't want to be near your windows.
Centerville remains the tornado-warned hot ticket, with Hickman County sounding like a siren festival.
So you're good up here. Just lots of wind coming. I mean, let me pull up our national weather one too again, just so everybody knows like what's going on here. So you kind of see these storms we got right here. They're basically going right over from Sarnia all the way down to Tennessee. If you're in front of these storms, you're going to get hit by a blast of wind. But it's worse. It's worse up here between Akron and Cleveland. It's even worse, right? This is the strongest area. But it's kind of gotten weaker down here. Southern Ohio, it's gotten much weaker. But then also, it's like pretty strong down here in Kentucky areas and basically east of Cincinnati.
Dude, I could sit here and
so where you're at there up in Middlefield, yeah, it's going to be a little bit stronger. Your area is going to be a bit stronger. You're going to be probably 60 to 100-mile-an-hour gust of winds possibly up there, anywhere from here to here. It's possible. I have a kid that lives over here, so I need to warn him soon. Because it's working its way over. I think it'll be dead by the time it gets to Pennsylvania, though. I think these will start to fall apart here soon. I think the only reason why these are more souped up is because they're really close to Lake Erie and they're feeding off a lot of the warmth in Lake Erie. It's making these stronger.
A lot of people are still asking about that Muhlenberg, Kentucky storm. The tornado warning has been allowed to expire with that one. There is no longer a tornado warning in Muhlenberg County, Kentucky.
Hey, mountain bike addict. That's a neat name. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the stream.
In effect for Portage County, Ohio, for about 5 more minutes. We'll see if they extend this. Okay, because
I'll rapidly check in too, since I know you're from Middlefield. We'll come up here and check this out more. Kind of give you a heads up because it's going to start raining soon. Looks like you have a little batch of rain coming through Middlefield soon, but that's not going to be the bad part.
Up here towards
bad part's coming after it.
Bristol Township.
Let's go look at our tornado warnings.
You guys will be the next in line here, so I'll.
If we have any. Yep, this one's tornado warning again.
But there is some there, so out of an abundance.
What about our one up here near Greenville? Looks like that fell apart. Yep, it's done.
Manaway, okay. I'll record it. Manaway.
So that storm's done up there. Let's go back
Maybe
down
wrong
to
again.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Manaway.
Okay. Yep, this thing's still rotating really well. This thing's been rotating really well for about 2 hours now.
So
Brad
stay
Arnold
sheltered
should
out
be getting
here,
pretty close to it at
in
this
that
point.
town. Manaway.
He took off from Birmingham. He was right around Ardmore when he called. So he's coming up here. He should be getting close to this storm, so we might have eyes on the storm soon. Let me pull up Brad Arnold, actually. Let me grab him. Let's see where Brad Arnold is.
You guys see that, right?
Brad Arnold.
All right, I think that's an SLC. If that wasn't the most convincing.
All right, guys, this is Brad Arnold. He's heading towards this storm up here in Tennessee.
Once again, guys, we had we had an EF4
If you don't know
tornado
what
a few
SLC
years
is,
ago
it's
that
a
came through
scientific term for
Nashville
scary
and
plane.
Cookeville,
I think that's what we're doing.
and a marginal risk. This area, the topography can sometimes
that was-
weird
that-
things to these.
And this thing's
storms.
really rotating good down here,
And
guys.
They oftentimes will produce.
This is a beautiful storm. I mean, this thing is just... He's a good-looking storm.
So we got 4 minutes left on that tornado warning in Ohio. We do have a whole 20 minutes left on the one up here in Tennessee, which is the one that we're watching right now.
This storm is just maintaining its rotation very well. I can't wait till Brad Arnold gets out here. Maybe we'll see at least a wall cloud or something. We don't have any eyes on the storm anymore. It's pretty much dark everywhere now. Man, he's literally coming out here to chase this thing in the dark. What a man. What a man.
We're watching this one storm here.
North
from about
Carolina.
80 different tower cameras. It's pretty crazy.
Brad Arnold's out of signal here. Let me get Brian Hall. I want to see Ryan Hall's tower cams here. Where did I do it? Oh, here, okay.
Two minutes remain on the tornado warning out there in Ohio. Stay sheltered for 2 more minutes. Here's a crazy photo from Skylar C. out there in
Oh,
Falmouth,
wow.
Kentucky. Of a lot
That
of
is an
rain.
awesome picture. What in the world?
Oh, lots of
That's
light.
a really good picture.
You guys are getting.
I know it ain't no
sheltered
tornado or
from
nothing, man. That's a
rainbows.
really good picture of a thunderstorm and a lightning
Like,
strike.
I've seen just about as many rainbows as I've seen downed trees today, I think. And of course, we've got Bree out there in Illinois earlier today with that crazy looking shelf cloud. Thank you guys so much for sending these in. If you want to send stuff to us like this, God, that's awesome.
Pretty cute.
Make sure you send it over there.
That is
Or
really, look at that.
or X.
A rainbow and lightning. That is so cool.
community@radiogmail.com.
Oh man, that's a good picture. That picture's worth money right
So
there.
latest
Rainbow
on
with
that,
lightning strike.
Tornado warned storm out here that's really trying to produce a tornado out here between Swan Bluff and Maple Spring in Tennessee. It's moving over towards Williamsport. Take shelter in Hickman, Lewis, and Maury counties if you haven't already. We got a severe thunderstorm warning out here south and west of Memphis, by the way. That's right. We've got a.
I tried to watch
storm
that Twister
starting to come
movie.
together out here between Hughes and
The new one. It was just
coming up towards Memphis.
silly,
So all watch
man.
out in Memphis.
Being an actual storm spotter and watching storm chasers all the
Texas,
time. Those
we've got
movies are
considerable
pathetic.
severe
I'm sorry.
thunderstorm warning for Hardeman County.
I know they're fun to
In
watch, right?
Ohio,
But
we do have 16 minutes left on this considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Guega and Lake counties in Ohio. Chardon, Hamilton, at North Perry, you guys are in the path of some more damaging.
like
winds.
they're there like a gas station and they're hanging on to like pipes and stuff and flying in the air.
We've got less than a minute left on this.
I'm sorry, that wouldn't happen. You would,
in Portage County.
if you're hanging on those pipes while it was making you fling around, like you would have like splinters. You would be punctured by so many pieces of wood. You would be an absolute pinhole cushion. I wish they would have kept it a little more realistic and not too wild in the new Twisters movie.
Absolutely.
The old one's really good with I really like the old Twister movie. That one I like. I forget her name.
Plum Wild Lightning.
The old Twister movie's good. Brad Arnold's back.
It's my goal.
And he's
one day
frozen again.
to be able to monitor every storm that happens in America like this. Like, why is it that here in Tennessee, any storm that pops up, especially in this area,
We'll churn him down a little bit because he has a lot of road noise.
9
Let me go look up
high-quality
in Ohio again real
amazing
quick.
tower cams to choose from, but like in Cleveland, Ohio, nothing.
So the tornado warning's gone in Ohio now, but you still got some really strong winds coming through up there in Middlefield.
You know what I mean? Like you can have pretty much
Like looking by Burton right here, we have a little inflow notch, so you might see like 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind right here in Burton.
It ever happens.
Surface a little bit. These are the Tennessee hills, and there aren't many people out here.
That's the goal. That's what we got to do, guys. We got to put a camera. We got to put a tower camera in every county.
Texas needs
Starting in
cameras.
Tennessee.
Texas
Now,
needs
honestly,
cameras more than anything.
Tennessee's pretty much covered by hazard.
Texas doesn't have any cameras. It's all still image video.
Tennessee, I should say.
We really need Texas cameras. Ohio needs more cameras too.
And the cyclone.
Texas is the state that needs
We
cameras
will
the
start
most.
in Ohio or Kentucky.
I come from Storm Cat 5. Hey, Brady's sending his folks over here. Thank you for that, Brady.
You didn't know you're a mod astronomy kid? You've been a mod for a long time. That's funny.
Thank you, thank you. I'm not the most tech-savvy person. I can chase the hell out of a tornado, but...
So you're getting a lot of rain in Middlefield now.
Grandpa when it comes to technology sometimes.
It'd probably be easier to start in Kentucky because, like, I'm already here, you know.
Yeah, these are big, strong storms. Let me call my youngest son, Rowan, because he lives out here. He lives near Mercer.
If you're just
I need to tell him that he's got some big storms coming.
Storm out here in,
I'm not going to call him. I'm going to
Tennessee.
text him.
That's going to go on for 13 more minutes. It's our only tornado warning right now. We also have some strong storms moving up towards, is it, you guys say Ashtabula or Ashtabula? I forgot. Up here in Ohio, we've got a very strong storm coming up towards Jefferson, Lennox Township. We got 70-mile-per-hour winds possible here for about 100,000 people over the next hour.
I'm going to take screenshots of these storms for Rowan so I can send it to him.
Both. Ashtabula.
So if you wonder if you see the screen.
You can go either way. I like.
Yeah,
I personally,
he's near
I like
near
the way
Hermitage.
Ashtabula sounds, but I think Ashtabula probably is the way most people say it. So, Youngstown, Ohio, and Warren, you guys are also under a severe thunderstorm warning here. We're thinking about 60-mile-per-hour winds are going to come through here within the next hour. Let's go check in on Lexington, Kentucky. The severe thunderstorm down there has kind of let up a little bit. We no longer have a severe thunderstorm warning. So, we still got storms flowing.
Maybe. It depends if it gets bad. I'm not going to stream if it's not bad.
So, yeah, get ready up there in Paris and Georgetown. We're going to have continued heavy rain, small hail. But another round of strong
I know,
winds
but it,
starting in
like,
Lexington.
I'll only
So
stream if it's bad.
University of Kentucky with maybe 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts.
If it's bad, I'll stream. But if I'm not streaming, it's not bad, right? You got nothing to worry about if I'm not streaming.
In Tennessee. That was fast.
I hope I don't have to stream tomorrow, honestly. I don't want to stream tomorrow. I've been streaming every day, all day long for like a week and a half, 2 weeks now. So I'm hoping tomorrow we finally get a day off, but we'll see. You know how it is, man. If there's bad weather, I got to go live. It just depends what happens tomorrow. But tomorrow's looking pretty mild, right?
And the thing is, well, he's actually not extremely close, but you can just see this thing from really far away.
Yeah, this storm's like all by itself out there now. I mean, this thing could drop a big old deuce on the ground, man. This thing is kind of like just
All right, checking back in on
out
the
there
storm.
all
The
alone.
vegetation is still kind of plumb wild out here. Between
Look at
the
this
farm
thing. I
and
mean,
the
this
Maple
just
Spring
turned into a
Road,
big,
Shade
giant,
Road,
isolated
Williamsport.
supercell out
This
here.
is,
south of Nashville, and it's really rotating. I mean, this thing is really rotating good. We have very, very nice rotation on this thing with a hook heading towards Duck River. I mean, this thing's a monster and a half. It's doing it.
Some more damage photos coming in from LaPorte County, Indiana. Looks like some major power outage recipe going on there. It's going to take a while for it to get the power back on for some people, I'd say. Thank you for sending that in. Handle right now, guys.
Yeah, see, Brad Arnold saying it too.
Just to the northwest of Columbia.
Yeah, so Brad's view here is pretty crazy. Notice how often we're seeing the lightning. It feels like he's really close to the storm. But Brad's way down here.
Next to us. We're about to be there.
And our storm's way up here.
If you would have asked me today at noon,
you know, he's not very close.
I'd have told you you're crazy. I guess we're not.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not very
Keeps
far
having
away, but he's
connection
also
issues.
not
Let me
very
turn
close.
down his bit rate a little bit. At
County
480.
next to us. We're about to be there. If you would have asked
Maybe
me
he'll work
today
better at
noon if I would've
480p.
been on tornado warning today, I'd have told you you're crazy. I guess we're not on one just yet. We're getting close. This guy, it's going to be forever till we get anywhere.
Dude, that would suck if this thing falls apart as soon as he gets there. Drove all that way like 2 hours and it just falls apart. That's the life of a storm chaser.
Moving today. Off we go.
Let's go back up. Let's go back up north where the winds are really bad. The
We
worst
are
part.
down to, let's
It's
get-
still nasty up in Cleveland, right?
That's our warning down there.
We still got a lot of winds coming up through here, North Ohio. North Ohio is much worse than South Ohio. We got some really strong winds still coming through here.
And then in Hardeman County, Texas, we also have
Greg Beach, Warren Falls, Niles, Cortland, West Farmington, you're yet to get hit. Orwell, Roaming Shores, Geneva, and Jefferson. You guys are on deck. It's coming.
A bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings in place, and one tornado warning in. Yeah, we're going to continue.
And this thing can still produce spin-up tornadoes here. Like, we got a little inflow notch coming in right here. We might see a 80-mile-an-hour, 90-mile-an-hour gust of wind right there.
Just earlier, 79 at Ball State University.
Seeing little notches. We got a notch right here at Garrettsville kind of coming in. You might see a big gust of 100-mile-an-hour wind right there.
They just can't do it.
East Clarendon, we got a little bit of a notch coming in here as well. So we might see a big gust of wind.
There we go. You
Up
see
here is all out in the water, so it don't matter.
this thing. Whole lot of lightning.
How you doing, Squadronzi? How you doing, Red Guy? Welcome to the stream.
Coming back over here to WeatherWise. Hopefully you guys are following along in your own WeatherWise apps. I'm zooming out and showing you the wide view of what we're talking about right now as far as our severe weather situation goes. If you're behind this line, for the most part, we're good. Now, we do have some lingering storms that are kind of refiring.
This is just a mean-looking storm still, guys. I mean, this thing's still really cranking up here by Cleveland.
Flooding threat is something that we have to be
It was pretty sloppy for a while, but this thing really kind of straightened out into a really nasty-looking bow echo.
As far as the damage
Like, this thing's
go,
got some
we're
sharp,
done
straight-line
with that in
winds, and
Cleveland. And then
it means
once this
business
line
still.
clears you, and Warren and Youngstown will be done for the night. Same thing.
This
you guys
storm's
down in
really
Farmers,
kind of pulled
in
itself
Lexington, Kentucky.
together better, I'd say, in the last hour or
It's a
so.
little bit
It's
trickier
really
just
just
south of Nashville.
really cranking along here still.
But we still have these sails that are popping up here. So I think that there's actually a pretty good chance that more will start popping up, and it's not going to be like there's a line that comes through and we're clear. We're actually just going to see several rounds of these sails kind of going over the
Murphy,
same
North
areas
Carolina.
over and over again, once again leading to a potential flash flooding situation in this area tonight, right in here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we did get an updated.
There's nothing in North Carolina, bro.
SDC outlook. Let me reload.
Got a little
this.
rainstorm here. That's it. There's absolutely nothing in
Yeah, so
North
here's what
Carolina.
we're looking at for the rest of the night here. Slight risk of severe weather. We no longer have an enhanced risk.
How you doing, Falcon?
But everybody in the yellow is going to continue to have the possibility of some isolated pockets of severe
Oh
weather.
yeah, we're twisted.
And then if I come over here and I load up the latest triple R, give me just a second, I'll do that here.
Ryan Arnold's running up here to.
We can take a look at what the radar is going to look like. for the rest of the
He's
night.
running up to this storm, this tornado warning. He keeps having connection issues though. Dang it. Let me go back down to where Brad Arnold's going, because we actually have a tornado warning down here by Nashville. Ooh, this thing's wrapping up again. This thing's getting strong. It's getting strong again. Yeah, Brad Arnold's almost to this storm. He's almost to this storm, and this thing is looking good.
Around 11 p.m. Eastern.
Only issue is it looks like it's trying to rip this storm apart, kinda. You see how the rain's kind of getting drug off of this thing.
We're also going to continue to see some storms up here.
I'm worried it's taking too much juice out of this storm.
Below severe limits for the most part. Same thing for down here in the southern portions of Ontario. I'm not too concerned about those storms. But notice how we did have some storms pop up behind the main line over here back towards Cincinnati. It is possible that by 11 p.m. we have another round of heavy rain.
This continues. I don't think this storm's going to have much more life to it.
But once again, heavy rain, flash flooding, that's going to be something that we have
It's already kind of, see how it's kind of,
storms are even going to make it to my neck of the woods.
kind of getting shaved off of here. It's like, it's just like you're scraping the ice off of the thing and it's just getting thrown out here. So I feel like, yeah, like we call it, it's losing its steam, right?
Same areas over and over again.
But I mean, it still has a really good hook right here. It has rotation. I mean, this thing's had the perfect rotation for the last, perfect rotation for the last 2 hours. Oh my goodness, my first super chat. Thanks, Falcon Punch TV. You're the man. Thank you. I've never had a what do you call it? Super chat thingy. I appreciate it, bro.
As far north as up there into up towards Boston, New York City, and then yeah, it looks like we are going to get hit over here in eastern Kentucky.
Appreciate it, man. I really do.
Let me keep pushing this forward. Notice how things clear out significantly, though, by the time we get into the early morning hours on Friday. So we should have a little bit of a break there before our next big storm system.
Yeah, this thing's still rotating good over Duck River, man.
That's what's going on out there for the future view.
I think sad to say for Brad Arnold, though, I think this thing's going to fall apart soon. I feel bad. Brad Arnold drove all the way up from Birmingham, Alabama. He's almost to this storm. Yeah, he's driven all the way up here. He lives down in Birmingham. Yeah, he drove all the way up to this storm, and I think it's starting to fall apart on him. But I mean, it gives at least he's going to get to look at it for a little bit.
And the rotation is still pretty crazy out here between Shady Grove and Maple Springs. So wouldn't be surprised if this thing did actually plant a tornado.
I just got YouTube membership or partnered with them couple days ago, about a week ago. Yeah, man, I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for being the first person to ever super chat me. Are you Falcon Punch TV? Does that mean you do, are you a Smash Bros player online? Do you like stream Smash Bros? Isn't Falcon one of the, because my son plays, he plays Smash Bros. He's a Roy main. He mains Roy. He even named his cat Roy. That's how much he loves Roy.
Jared K. Is saying that a tree almost fell on my truck.
Yeah, this storm's still cranking along here, guys. This is really cranking along northern Ohio. These will look how bright these reds are. I mean, this is really cranking through here still.
But thanks for sending that in. We've got so many trees that's falling out there. I would just about bet it's either in Indiana or Ohio.
Really cranking along here in northern Ohio.
Like walking home, maybe they do. You have to walk a long way to get anywhere.
I would just about bet it's in Indiana
I see
or
people
Ohio.
like flashing lights on there, walking on the sides of the road.
Kind of watching this line too, right? Looking for indentations where we can see where the velocities are really going to pick up, you know? It looks like a lot of areas are trying to spin up here, but nothing's quite doing it.
If you're in the community of Swan Bluff or Bond, you're going to be able to come out of your safe spot in about
no, not Georgia yet. We did look a little while ago. Hold on. We just looked at South Carolina or North Carolina. Got lots of rain. Lots of rain in here.
Indeed extend. A populated area. Columbia has a decent population.
Oh yeah, thanks. I mean, I just look where it's bad, right?
They're not like zero, but
If it's bad, that's where I'm looking. We got to know where the bad stuff's happening. And Ohio's like the only area that's got bad winds right now, other than this.
Centerville and Columbia.
It's just much worse here, right? Look how bright our velocities are here.
I'd like to go to sleep for like 2 seconds.
It's real mild down in here. It's just where it's much worse up here. And a lot of it has to do with the lakes up here. There's so much warmth from the lakes that intensifies these storms. It's pretty normal. It happens a lot.
We'll see if it can last.
A lot of times we'll see a lot of power outages up in these areas because they're right next to the lake.
Also, check this out. Big old hurricane.
I mean, we can look at the,
near Mexico.
I'll pull up the national one too again.
It's like walking down the road with like flashlights on their chest.
So this is actually a pretty dangerous.
See how rinky dinky it's become along here?
Mexico, this
Like
is
it's just really weak down through here.
rapid intensification.
But it's still really strong up here.
It's going to make landfall probably as category 3, maybe a high-end category.
Still pretty strong down through here too. I haven't paid enough attention to this parts of Kentucky, to be honest.
Usually get systems a little
Should
bit
probably
earlier
check
in this part of
should
the
probably
East
check
Coast.
that out too. Let's go down
Still
there.
a little early for this level of
And then we got the tornado
intensification.
warning down here that we're watching
This
by
might be a
Nashville. Oh
precursor
no,
to
this one. This is where the
sign-up
tornado warning
for
is.
the
Man, look at that big
Caribbean
storm.
Gulf season because the conditions on this side of Mexico
Let's
aren't
actually
that
go.
great.
We need to look better in
On the other
Kentucky,
side
to
is
be
Florida.
honest. We haven't looked at those areas that well yet.
So this is happening right now down there.
I'm gonna keep this radar here. Fort Campbell. Right. Let's move Fort Campbell up here so we can see these storms better. I mean, it's bad, but not bad, right? You see, we can see a little bit of greens here. It's not really that bad down here. I mean, they're still getting some gusts of winds, but
Tennessee, like that, you know, like I think
Not
what we
too
need to
bad
do
down in
is
here.
We need to have y'all bot monitor the chat and create a.
Let me turn on our
a
severe
graph.
warnings.
Which state has the most amount of question marks?
Oh, we don't even have any. These aren't even severe warned anymore down here, so we're pretty much good.
And then that'll direct our attention.
Yeah, there's no severe warnings down here, even though there's a little bit of wild winds coming through on these storms here. It's not severe warned right
Brad
now.
singing on his live stream.
But yeah, you definitely probably see some 40, 50 mile an hour winds down here in these areas. And like, yeah, look, all of our severes are just up here in Ohio still. So,
By the way, I am looking at Tennessee right now.
and then we got this one little tornado warning down here.
You know,
Let's go back down to that. We haven't looked at that one in a little bit. Let me go to Nashville.
This is our tornado warning in Tennessee, Hickman and Maury counties.
Yeah, this
we
thing's
have a tornado warning. The reason we're looking here
this
is because
thing's
this is the only
running
place
out
in
of steam.
America
It looks
where there is
like
a
it's
tornado
getting
warning.
really
Now,
broad
you
in the
can tornado warning
rotation.
everywhere else. Now, don't get me wrong, we do have strong storms out there, like this one in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia.
I didn't like having my voice online either, but then I just got used to it.
For areas
I mean,
west
I
of
worked in
Pittsburgh,
sales for
we
20
expect
years, so
70
I'm like,
mile
I'm
per
used to
hour winds
talking
coming
in front of
over the next
people all day
hour.
long. So
This includes places like
it's whatever. Just don't listen to your own voice, and it's not bad.
Conyers, Weirton, East Liverpool,
Just don't listen to your voice, and it's fine.
Youngstown, Newcastle. So that's going to go on for the next hour.
Nobody likes their own
Stay away
voice.
from windows. Also in Texas,
Yeah, this storm's looking
down
little
to the west of-
wimpier. We'll see how big it is.
Quanah. I'm going to re-record that.
I mean, it's
Quanah.
still got some meat on its bones, but
Quanah. Okay. But yeah, we've got a lot of severe storms out there. We've got damaging winds moving through. But our most concerning storm right now is going to be this tornado warning by far, which is something that we can see really well, I should say, from Brad Arnold's point of
still
view.
got some meat on
He's,
its bones
he's
still.
down
But
near Lewisburg right now.
I think Brad might be chasing a dying horse at this point.
Dude, it's crazy how far away you can see this storm. Look at this.
No, I don't think there's any chances for tornadoes in Oklahoma, but we can look.
Use the right lane to take a slight
There is in Arkansas. I think Oklahoma's in the 2% too. There might be a chance for Oklahoma. Let's look. Tana, we were up till 3:30 in the morning in Oklahoma last night. Last night, Oklahoma got completely obliterated up here in the north part of Oklahoma.
About 20 miles, continue straight.
Even Jacob, he lost power over here in Miami. He lost power. It was bad. It was really bad in Oklahoma last night. All kinds of tornadoes.
Ohio?
We had a whole bunch of tornadoes in Oklahoma last night, but they were little weak ones, right? Wasn't a big tornado, but we had a bunch of little really weak ones all over the place.
When I'm in a city, but it'll get better.
And there's a couple storms down there, but our threat got really reduced for the day. I mean,
Got another one?
so yeah, they updated our SPC outlook. So Oklahoma, I mean, I guess Attica's still in the 2%, right?
This
But
is
you don't
what
have
I'm
any
talking
storms
about,
there right
David.
now, so
This is the goal.
you don't need
guys.
to worry
This
about
is
it.
the goal. Every storm in America, we're going to be able to cover like this.
I'd say, yeah, I mean, you do have a 2% chance, Tana, but there has to be a storm there, right?
This is what we're doing. This is what I'm dedicating everything to.
So we might see some rotation in these later on tonight. We'll see what happens. So, okay, I want to put this out here too, because it's not really tornado season anymore, right? It's like the summertime. So we're more likely to see really late night tornadoes now that it's much warmer at night. You know what I'm saying? So really late night tornadoes are way more common this time of year. So just because the sun's going down doesn't mean we're done, right? I mean, that's why when I shut down the stream, I still watch. We go live if we get crazy again. So
I might have found the limit.
normally in tornado season, it really starts to cool down in the evening. But yep, nope, it's summertime. It's still hot at night. So
But man,
I'll look at Discord after we're done streaming. What do you got? Is it something really important?
so if you're just now tuning in, this is essentially we're looking at the same storm, one storm from like several different angles out here in Tennessee, and it is tornado warned. All right, so we have a tornado warning for
No, nothing in Illinois right now.
in Tennessee.
We have a tornado warning down here in Tennessee that's probably going to expire soon. And then we have some bad storms up in Ohio. That's it. That's all we got left. They're probably going to drop this tornado warning here soon.
We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Ohio and a little bit of West Virginia. So that does include the town of Wheeling. Okay,
This
so,
is
get
our
rid
worst
those,
part
stay
of
away from
the
windows out
storm
there,
right
Westfield
now.
and Wheeling. I know you guys just got hit really hard by flooding.
Oh,
up
we
there
got a
in
little bit of
Chicago.
rotation happening right here. What's going on here?
This. It's just going to be some gusty winds.
Go
Okay?
down here by Malvern, Ohio. We got a little bit of rotation happening there.
And then down here in Jackson and Athens in Ohio, we also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for Athens, Gallia, and Jackson counties. That's 70,000 people in the path here. So get ready for those significant damage.
Where is
about to move through?
Lancers, man? Is the storm gone past you yet? I know you said you're in like midfield. I think the storm's already past you.
Give me the green light.
Oh yeah, it's way past midfield. So I'm assuming you still have power in midfield.
Look at this, Rob McVeigh.
We haven't checked the power outages in a while. Let's go do that.
Literally, I don't even know how many miles away.
So our last update, we had
How far away
165,000
from
people
the
without
sea
power in
from
Ohio. That was at 9:07. It has now
Did
been
some
an
sort of
hour
traffic
since
jam,
we've
by the way, on
updated it.
Interstate 40 there, near,
So we have oh my goodness, 202,000 people without power. Houses, not people, houses. 202,000 houses without power in Ohio now.
Here, we've got a tornado warning continuing for Williamsport and Santa Fe in Tennessee for the next.
Our latest Cuyahoga County, 14,000 houses. Summit County, 3,000 houses. It's like Marone County's getting hit pretty hard. Looks like it's kind of bad down here too, heading in towards the West Virginia, Guernsey. So it looks like our storms are still kind of cranking up down in here too. It's reaching down a little further, so looks like the worst of it's basically coming through here at this point. Just basically looking at power outages. It's kind of stopping right around there.
Significant traffic jam. Because there's people just like walking up and down the interstate.
Velocity coupling doesn't
I don't know
look
what's
as
going on
good.
up there in
Holiday, Tennessee.
on I-40.
Lots of thunder in Tennessee, boys. Look at that lightning all over the place in Ryan's games. Thunder and lightning all over Tennessee.
Here's a cool video from Patrick Thompson out there in White House, Tennessee. That's awesome, Patrick. Thank you for sending that in. Here's another one from Campbellsville, Kentucky. This is from Kyle French. Earlier with that really ominous storm that was coming in with that big shelf cloud. Thank you for sending that in, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
Little rinky-dinky thing, still tornado warned. I don't say it's rinky-dinky. It's a pretty good-sized storm still. It's just not rotating that well. It's really lost its rotation. What about that one out in Arkansas? Let's go look at that one. We have a couple storms out here in Arkansas that are looking neat. Really don't have much to them still. Yeah, got a little baby over there. Let's go to Paducah. Let's look at these two storms from Paducah.
The North Pole?
Hey Ryan, got word of some thunderstorm wind damage over in Ohio. Specifically,
Regina.
6 miles south-southeast.
I'm not going to read what Regina said. Regina Redding said, massive swath of destruction bulldozing over whole counties of Amish foods and farms. Aww. You're right. I love the Amish people, and they make good food. But just the way you said that and your little emoji, that was adorable. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Regina. I haven't seen you in a little bit.
Papua New Guinea? Hello?
This one's rotating. We got some... Oh, we got good rotation on this one here. So we got this storm on top of Hughes Horseshoe Lake coming into... looks like northern Alabama and Tennessee from Arkansas. We got some shape on this one. It's got some rotation. It's got a hook on it.
Rotation on this storm over here in Hickman and Maury counties in Tennessee is letting...
Look at this thing's trying, man. It's becoming a supercell. It's really kind of... It's putting it together here.
Slowing down, so we'll continue to watch it as it goes.
I feel like this one has much more of a chance than the one down by Nashville because that one's getting ripped apart down there. This one isn't getting ripped apart. This one's kind of in a better area, I would say.
Colin
So
says,
let's
how
see
do I
what.
show you a live cam of this storm? I'm just outside of Santa Fe and it's gnarly. That's something that we need to figure out too. Maybe that's how we do it. We don't put in tower cameras. We just.
So yeah, this thing's definitely got some rotation. You can see it coming down through here. And then our area of rotation would be touched down right here if it
But there's got
dropped.
to be a way where we can treat every storm like this one because
So we might see, we'll keep an eye on this storm for a little bit. This one might get tornado warned here in a little bit.
I don't want to just fly by radar ever again. I love the radar.
And this is way out here. Yeah, we're just looking again.
It helps us see the
This is
storm.
not far from Memphis, actually. This might hit southern Memphis.
Allow us to see sometimes. You can see through the storm.
So we actually have somewhat of a supercell down here, rotating pretty well down here by Hughes, coming towards Memphis.
Can't be, you know.
And then we got another one up here. This one isn't really rotating at all. This one's fine. This one doesn't have really any rotation in it.
More significant damage coming in from.
This one's just a little blob. It ain't nothing. This thing ain't doing
Coming
nothing.
down out there. This is Mr. B. Swartz. Thank you so much for sending this in, man. Hope everybody's all right out there.
Yeah, so we're gonna leave the radar on this one now because this one's rotating pretty good. Brad Arnold might have to come after this one after that one falls apart over there that he's on.
Some storm reports it wants to relay, so I'm going to let it do that.
Yeah,
Go
Brad
ahead.
Arnold's still over here in this thing, and it's barely rotating. It's got a little bit of rotation here and here. Surprised they haven't let that tornado warning go yet.
Ohio, Pennsylvania, and down into
And let's
Tennessee.
go back up to Ohio.
Ohio is definitely seeing the brunt, with extensive tree and power line damage, including
Yes,
a
Ohio's
62
been getting
mile per hour
hammered.
gust in Elyria.
Hey, I was streaming earlier today. I lost power while I was streaming. I went inside, took cover. I left the stream running with Ryan Hall going, and my power went out. But I came back and turned the stream on after the power came back.
Blocking roads in Sumner County, Tennessee.
My day was a little crazy too. I did get hit like 4 hours ago. We got hit pretty hard here. My power flickered and then it went out for like 20 minutes.
So lots of trees down.
But yet, we still have lots of crazy winds up here. It's starting to get really close to where my son lives, and I'm surprised these winds are still this wild. I really wish this storm would like chill out down here.
But I'm in a risk zone for the first time ever.
This is almost in Pennsylvania.
Well, first
and these velocities are still cranking here. These winds are still really strong up here in the storm.
Friday.
Yeah, so we still have 2 severe destructive warnings from up here to here. This whole area is still under a severe destructive warning.
There towards Wisconsin and portions of.
And last we checked, we had over 200,000 houses without power in Ohio.
As of right now,
202,000 houses. 207. Okay, we just got 5 more thousand people just lost power, sadly, since our last refresh. Let's check Indiana again. I wonder.
We'll probably make a decision.
So they fixed a lot of the power in Indiana. It looks like they fixed about 50,000 houses since the storms went through. Looks like they did a really good job restoring power up here in northern Indiana, because there's a lot more power outages up there.
Thank you once again, Joel. Thank you so much. Be safe. Hope you have a fantastic.
And then, yeah, these storms started in Illinois. They've gotten a lot of the power fixed in Illinois, too.
It may not be done till breakfast.
So we can clearly see where our damage has been done here in Tennessee from these storms.
Says, you should do a video on how to use the
Or
Weatherwise
Kentucky.
app.
35,000 houses without power in Kentucky.
Thank you.
Tennessee, 13,000. Not too bad.
Definitely do.
I've got an oil change on Friday that I'm getting done.
Kind of like down in here is our line of storms where we're going to see tornadoes pretty much. Right here below where all the winds are stopping. This is where we've been seeing all our tornado warnings down here for like our isolated supercells.
Honestly, is
So I think pretty much anything south of that line's where we still might see tornadoes throughout the night.
Because there's really not.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
that you haven't heard.
We're going to keep an eye. We need to get a radar out
Unless we're
in Oklahoma too. I want to see those storms out in Oklahoma, see what they're doing.
really want to understand it at the level.
Right now, yeah, the storm just needs to really take a chill pill, man, because I'm sick of seeing this thing knock so much power out.
If you want to understand it just on a
It's going to Tennessee. Our threat was supposed to be over.
get some value out of it, and where you can potentially
Right, like this is our tornado threat. But look at our wind threat.
protect yourself in a situation where you don't have.
Okay, so they changed the wind threat.
Trying to figure out
It's supposed to be dead, man. The storm's supposed to stop. It's supposed to fall apart, but it hasn't yet.
So I will. I think
It was red. We had red. We had red on Tennessee and Ohio earlier. We had a 30% signature for wind today. They did downgrade it to 15%, but
just watch the streams. And I often, if you've talked to the people in the chat that have been here for a while, they'll tell you, like, I often will take the time to explain how to use Weatherwise.
they still have this silly storm down here, tornado warning in
Watching other
Tennessee.
videos, you'll know pretty well what's going on.
No. Nope, it just dropped. We have 0 tornado warnings, guys. Woohoo! We're about to get another one, though. I think we're going to get one over here in Memphis.
Montour County in Pennsylvania.
I think we're going to get a tornado warning in Memphis in a little bit. Maybe not. Doesn't look as bad. There's a little bit of rotation here, but not too bad. Doesn't look as bad as it was looking.
So that's going to continue to cause problems up there towards Greenwood and Berwick. We got 26,000 people in the path of this right now. Back there in Oklahoma, we do also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Mountain View. This is in
We have a little
Tyler
area of
and
tighter
Washita
rotation
counties,
here.
out there in Oklahoma.
On the
Got a
front part of that hook.
back down towards Paducah as well.
All right, let's go look at Oklahoma.
So those are, we're going to continue to watch those. But up there in Ohio, once again, Logan, in Hocking and Pickaway counties, you guys have got 41 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning over here. And then, a quick update here.
Let's see what these little blips are doing out here in Oklahoma.
Tornado warnings. That tornado warning in Tennessee has been allowed to expire.
All right, so they
don't have any tornado warnings out here. So our number one priority warning right now is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning up there in Belmont, Carroll, Columbiana.
Yeah, this looks good.
Or Guernsey.
There's like no rotation in this storm.
Radar indicated 70 mile per hour winds coming through down there. Got 41 minutes.
It's like no rotation in the storm, just a normal thunderstorm.
That's our second priority warning with those 60 miles.
Pretty much done.
Things are really calming down.
This is really the only area of threat right now. This is really the only thing we got to worry about at the current time.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
This storm going into Pennsylvania. That's it. That's our only threat right now.
Does that mean that every storm that hits from the rest of the night is not going to cause any damage or cause any problems? Absolutely not. It just means that we're not in as much of a bad spot as we were earlier with all those crazy storms that were happening.
This is all right.
Yeah, there's actually not even a severe thunderstorm warning with that storm over here in Tennessee now. It's a special weather statement.
Yes, this is it.
Where is Caldwell?
Right,
is Caldwell in front of this or behind it?
Whisperer, that Tennessee storm system is still putting on a show, especially for folks in Columbia and Santa Fe, with some scary reports coming.
No, Oklahoma's fine.
The big news from the chat, though, is that Kentucky,
Oklahoma has a 2%er tonight, but it's not rotating.
Ashtabula and Portage counties are getting absolutely walloped with storms and
There is 2% chance in southern Oklahoma tonight, but it's not even rotating.
Would like a word. It's Santa Fe.
Basically, when I turn off the stream tonight, I'm gonna have a radar here.
Santa Fe.
I'll have a radar here and a radar here, and if I see any tornado warnings, then I'll know. We'll basically keep track of the storms that come through these areas tonight, and if one gets bad, I'll go live again.
I mean, I'll call it that.
You send a super chat and I don't respond.
That's kind of
give me a
wild.
second.
I'm debating on what I'm going to do here with these storms here.
Storms up here is starting to fan out, but it's still producing damage. We've had several damage reports here recently, literally just
still thinking about what I want to do with these storms here.
Township, we got a tree down. So this is definitely still causing damage.
Oh, you were asking about Caldwell, Ohio? I don't even know where that is, buddy.
And then Linesville, Greenville, down there towards Newcastle as well. Storms are moving past Lexington.
Oh, that's a cute little bridge.
Damage report out there on the north side of Lexington. Broadcast media reported trees down near Georgetown Road. So we're looking at eastern Kentucky.
Are you in Caldwell? Because you're just about to get hit.
No warning.
I think you're going to get hit any moment.
There is a storm down here to the south and west of Memphis.
Yeah, Caldwell's about to get hit by the winds.
On it, so that looks like that is probably going to make.
I'm not sure exactly where it is. I'm trying to bring that back up again.
Some 1-inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. It's coming your way.
I'll have to move another. You're like south of Cambridge.
Can somebody please check on Selmer?
Yeah,
Tennessee?
Caldwell's just about to get hit. Storms are right here. We're really far from radar, but they're coming through Caldwell in the next 10 minutes or so.
About in the near future. However, there might be some storms tonight. No,
we can look at it better on the other radar.
Or, anything like that. Really, we're mostly talking about maybe some damaging winds, maybe some hail, and also maybe some flooding. But these are going to be, not the storms that you're probably concerned about over there in Selmer. Top storm reports of the day.
Where am I? Got lost. What's going on? Oh, I'm on the wrong storm. That's why.
Amherst, South Amherst, Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, Like, they're coming. Caldwell's just about to get hit. There's Caldwell.
Hey Ryan, if you're looking for cameras in Ohio,
It's
do
coming.
search for ODOT. You will see Ohio Department of Transportation. Click that website and you'll find everything you need.
I don't even think you have a severe for it, though. Yeah, you do. Caldwell's in a
Doesn't it just
severe.
take you to OGO? And
So
if
yeah,
that's the
I mean,
case,
you're still
OGO is a no-go.
expected to see big winds here. Let's see what it says for Caldwell.
We are vehemently against
60-mile-an-hour wind gusts for
pictures
Caldwell
here
is
with
what's
video.
expected.
And the OGO cameras, they're probably some of the best ones, honestly, that just take pictures. They update like every 6 seconds or something like that. But
So
it's
I
still
turned
not
on
enough
all
to
the
do us any
severe
good when
warnings
we're trying
again.
to,
So it's basically covering
analyze
this
a
whole
storm.
area.
You know what I mean?
From here to here, we're supposed to see 60-mile-an-hour winds still at least. But with it still looking the worst up here, east of Cleveland, see how it's much brighter red in this area still. So we're probably still seeing 70 plus in these areas, but 60 everywhere else.
Any chance that weather-wise we'll make an Android
It's not looking
app?
near as impressive as it did a few
Android
minutes
Auto
ago.
app? Maybe.
It's like we might have a little bit of a tornado right here by
Weather-wise, it's
Jefferson. We might have a
brand new
brief
app.
spin up
So,
here.
like, they're constantly doing
Got a
stuff,
little
but,
notch of rotation here.
and the list is very long.
I'm surprised they didn't warn that. They warn everything up here, man.
By the way, Hurricane Eric is now officially Category 3. Hurricane Eric down there south and west of Mexico is officially Category 3.
We got a little bit of rotation here, too, by Summitville. Really far from radar. I can't really see it that well. Yeah, so the winds might pick up here in Jefferson for a little bit. We got a little bit of rotation, so it might multiply the wind speeds there. Florida. Florida. I'm going to bet it's raining in Florida somewhere.
Wait a minute. When did the hurricane machine turn on? Literally today. We had a little poof in the Pacific Ocean that
Always raining in
just
Florida.
happens to have turned into a Category 3 hurricane within the past 24 hours. It's undergone rapid intensification to a very significant degree, especially for this time of year, even for that ocean. Yeah, the majority of that intensification happened in 12 hours. Here's what it looks like on satellite right now. Plumb wild.
Wow, that is
Plumb wild.
wild. Double plumb wild. That's the hurricane. It's down in Mexico. What was I going to look at next? Oh, yeah, I wanted to go look at the rotation out there by Memphis.
West Virginia has great cameras.
It's still rotating a little bit. We still got a little bit of rotation out here by Memphis. Nothing crazy.
Love them.
We got a little bit of rotation here by Hughes still.
Missouri, great. Probably one of the best states is Georgia. Kentucky, nothing. Illinois, nothing. Indiana,
Not very fast, that's for sure.
but we can make it work. Ohio, nothing. Michigan, nothing. Texas, nothing. The places where you really need them, nothing. Yeah, West
Got a
Virginia's
ways to go
great
before he can
camera network.
attempt to get himself tornado warned, but
But we
still
hardly
got a
ever
little
get
bit of
it.
rotation out here
So
by
is,
Hughes. Nothing too
California
wild.
and,
Just
Nevada,
southwest of
over
Memphis.
there. I think Utah even has a really
This
good one.
Des arc storm's been kind of ramping up. I saw this blip out here a little bit ago. It's a cute little storm out here, a little blip. A little blip. And I messed up my scan. It's a little cute little blip out here. Oh, look at the little storm. We should name it.
It's kind of losing its.
Brad could have
Luster.
shot up 65 and went across Saturn faster than going through town. No one drives the speed limit in Columbia.
Well, guys, I think we're done. I think we're done for the night.
Joyride. He's out there
Let's do
sitting
one
there
last
for
final
30
warning
minutes.
out here for everybody that's basically in North Ohio, because it's not over, right? I'm going to shut down the stream for now, but we're not, the storms aren't done, okay? We still have severes all the way down through Ohio, heading into West Virginia and Pennsylvania. They're supposed to weaken, right? These are supposed to get weaker. They haven't yet, but they're supposed to get weak. So anybody like on this blue line, be prepared for anywhere from 50 miles an hour winds up to maybe like a 90 or 100 mile an hour gust of wind if a brief spin up tornado happens. But, you know, it's pretty low chances for that as well. Like the tornado or the rotation here by Jefferson's kind of flopped out. It's looking pretty good. And as well, you know, I'm going to be watching the radar. Won't be doing other stuff, but I'll be watching close on the radar. If we get a big nasty tornado or anything anywhere, I will hop back on.
Okay, so we're not expecting any severe weather tonight in Georgia, but we are expecting some in Texas, Arkansas, you know, up through Ohio.
How does your equipment? Hey, I got proof. Hold on.
Tonight, okay, so we're going to continue to watch these.
Wait, I'll show you something cool.
East and
Before we go, we got to watch a fun video together real quick.
Some back here, though, we are concerned about some flooding. But the big severe weather threat for the day is over. You can go to sleep if you want to. Tomorrow, storms are going to refire, potentially, over here on the East Coast, maybe from Charlotte and Raleigh up towards Virginia Beach, Richmond, Washington.
This one's good.
Philadelphia, New York. How about up there in Albany, Montpelier.
Well, that trip did indeed take place with several flat earthers in attendance.
Anybody that still thinks there's flat.
Chaos. Let me fill you in on what happened down there and what's been going on since then. Once again, the whole point of the trip was to document the 24-hour sun that flat earthers have said for years doesn't exist in the southern hemisphere. And it will surprise absolutely none of you that they saw exactly that. They were down there for 4 days and the sun was circling above them in the clear sky the entire time, just like anyone who isn't a complete moron knew was going to happen. This was first documented in a live stream mere hours after they arrived on site. Let's check out some highlights from that live stream to kick things off.
And there you go.
24 hours they left the cams on, and the sun stayed up the whole time.
There's the sun in all of its glory.
That's neat, ain't it?
Right there over the Ellsworth Mountains. So,
you get it though, right? If they leave a cam 24 hours on the South Pole and the sun never goes down, the Earth has to be round.
The sun is exactly where the globe predicted it would be. Not only is it midnight here,
makes sense, right?
You are actually looking due south, so the sun is still up.
Yeah,
and it is.
I thought that's a really neat video they did. People still think the Earth's flat.
Case closed. The sun is directly overhead at midnight, illuminating everything, when you think it should be all the way on the other side of the pizza land, leaving them in total darkness. So you're wrong.
I saw that video a while back. I thought that was awesome. Well, yeah. All right, guys. Be safe, man. Anybody out in front of these storms, make sure you're ready for these 50 to 100 mile an hour winds coming through. Most likely 50 to 60, but a very small chance you might see a gust of 100. Everybody, please be safe. I really appreciate everybody stopping in. And hit like button and subscribe, and I will